to everyone. It's going to be an important one. It's going to have a lot of information. We're going to be focusing our view on the border, specifically the two camps in Texas.
Yeah.
The camps named by these protesters as the Yalui camp.
Yalui.
And the other one is called the Somi camp.
Somi.
Basically, they're two protest camps, right?
Okay, yeah.
These camps are part of the Caravan support network. As I have told you recently, a group of people have been put on a list that alerts secondary screenings at border crossings, and when people are traveling, they're being questioned by Homeland Security and Border Patrol. And this was recently reported in the San Diego 7 News, as well as Mother Jones, and I think the LA Times covered it. Point is that we're going to be talking about the Caravan Support Network's Texas camps tonight. And from a so-called media source named Orlando Cruz from the Native Media Network, he claims they gave him a press pass. We will be hearing what those people at the camps are up to, at least according to this, again, so-called media person, Orlando Cruz. That's going to be a bulk of our show. We're going to have a watch party of a, condensed version of many, many videos. And believe me, you didn't want to have to watch all of those videos to get this information.
You don't even want to watch all the videos. We're going to show you. Imagine watching all of them that they came from.
Yeah, I mean, this is going to be, it's going to be very interesting, but I want you to pay attention to what he says is happening at the camps on the border, what their plans are, who are they inviting to come, who are they saying needs to come to the camps, and what specific items are these folks requesting. It's going to be very, very interesting. So we'll be talking about both the Somi and Yalui camp, which is, the Yalui camp is one that's by the cemetery. We'll be talking about the reports from Orlando Cruz with Native Media Network. And we'll also be talking about how all of this has connected to a pattern of fraud supporters. People that support fraud, fake, staged events. And of course, we are going to tie that in with the people that are being investigated that are on this list. People that are being questioned, people that are being interrogated, people that are being investigated. And I told you that that investigation has to do with the joint announcement between Mexico's Secretary of the Interior, Olga Sanchez Cordero, and Kirstjen Nielsen, the head of the Department of Homeland Security, and Interpol investigating the group Pueblos Sin Fronteras and their activities as part of an investigation of trafficking, human trafficking, right? I showed you all of that information came out recently in the news. We're going to talk about how this connects to all of that, okay? So let's get started on today's show, a Caravan Support Network Texas Camps edition. And I want to invite you to listen to us here on 88.1 FM KPPPLP Fargo Moorhead, where we're adding local color to your airwaves. We are also available online if you want to go check out our past shows for a Mexican Crossing Lines. You can find them all there with your host, Cindy Gomez-Schempp.
And Duke Gomez-Schempp.
And Duke, how can folks send us information, support our work?
Definitely.
Leave us comments.
Oh, send us information, leave us comments, support our work. All those things are very important. Thank you for watching. Those of you in the Fargo Moorhead area listening to the actual broadcast of the audio of the show, welcome. We appreciate you listening. We appreciate all of you watching. If you want to get a hold of us, there's many ways to do it. And we're going to start out with our call-in line. It's 701-566-0917. It's actually a message line, not really a call-in line. We don't take over-the-air calls during shows. But we do listen, so if you want to give us a comment or have something to say and you want to do it in audio format, call 701-566-0917. If you want to do old-fashioned email, you can send Cindy an email at cindy@kpppfm.com. or me, Duke, at kpppfm.com. You can also tweet us at media_ppp, and you can follow us on Facebook at 88.1 FM Fargo Moorhead, the People's Press Project, a Mexi-Can. Now, the 88.1 FM Fargo Moorhead Facebook site seems to be the most popular. Of course, that's where we're broadcasting from, or we're live streaming from anyways. But we do broadcast in the Fargo Moorhead area because we are a legitimate 501c3. We have a FCC radio license to broadcast, pretty much to this whole community of about a potential of 165,000 people. And so we broadcast 24 hours a day here in the Fargo Moorhead area. If you would like to support our work, which includes the live streaming, because the live streaming has been able to reach thousands of people. I think we had 49,000 reach in the past month. And so a lot of people are being connected to our work, listening to our work, watching our work. You go to kpppfm.com, and that's where we take all of our shows that we've done, and we put the video up in a high definition format. We actually use YouTube for that. So if you want to go to YouTube and go to Duke 1517, that's a channel that I basically run, and you can find all of the Mexican Crossing Lines shows there. We have a playlist on there, Mexican Crossing Lines, as well as some of the other stuff we produce. Subscribe, yeah. Hit the little subscribe button, hit the little bell, and you'll get notified. We put these videos pretty much right after we're done with the Facebook Lives. Put them up right away for those of you that don't have Facebook. So you can go to kpppfm.com and look at all our past shows. There's a program button where you click and go down to a Mexican Crossing Lines. You can find the most current shows. We're up to date except for one show. And you can do comments on those shows. Also, if you go to the same website at kpppfm.com, there's a donate section. Since we're a nonprofit organization, we're raising money to basically continue the work we do, because we do a charitable work. We are basically approved by the IRS and by the FCC to do this work. In fact, we would not be able to have a radio station if we wouldn't have been a legitimate nonprofit. So we can't advertise, but we can do underwriting, and we can also take tax-deductible donations. So if you'd like to support our work, it'll be used for exactly what we need. I mean, we have a shoestring budget. We operate with old equipment. We're always trying to improve, but we really don't waste any money. We use all of it to pay the bills to stay on the air. So if you would like to make a contribution, go to kpppfm.com/donate. Read a little bit more about us, and there'll be a link there. If you can't do online fundraising, payments that way, you can also send a check. There's an address on there where you can send a check, and we'd really, really appreciate any contributions that you make to our station and to our work. And we do thank all of you for participating. The participation is wonderful. The comments are really good to see what people are up to. And this information is really, really important. So we really appreciate those of you who are viewing, watching, and listening.
We've been doing this research on this group of people for over 2.5 years, and it really takes a deep dive like that to analyze how these folks are connected. What is their modus operandi? How do they pull off these hoaxes? How do they pull off these made up events? How do they do it? Because if you don't understand how they do it, when it happens, you don't automatically recognize what's happening, and you can fall for hoaxes. A lot of these people have gotten away repeatedly with defrauding folks. So we're going to focus on what this guy, Orlando Cruz, is saying that is going to be happening in the Texas camps. We told you that there's veterans out there from the Sierra Club that are camping with these folks that are protesting the border wall, the protecting the Eli Jackson Cemetery, so they claim. And we told you that it's all manufactured on their part, because they're neither a federally recognized butterfly sanctuary, nor is there a real known viable threat to the cemetery. They're trying to equate it like the bodies that might have to be moved, if that's even true, would be tantamount to like moving sacred burial grounds. Right. Like, I think I've heard them call
grave robbing. Yeah,
like sacred burial grounds. There's a lot of inflation of what's really happening so that they have a moral authority to be there, because otherwise they're manufacturing an event to raise money off of an issue that they know America cares about, which is border security. So, and this is this is what I've been saying about what's happening at these camps. I told you that they know that they're not going to stop the border wall being built there. They're just making money off of the opportunity at this time. In order for you to understand a little bit more about who Orlando Cruz is, you have to know what he was involved with the last time he was on our show.
Okay, yeah.
And what, if you recall, Duke, that had to do with the Marcus Mitchell fraud.
Oh, yeah.
I was an online fraud that raised thousands and thousands of dollars. I'm going to show you one GoFundMe. Another person that was raising money for this person was Mitra Sin. Remember?
Oh, yeah.
So she raised another batch of thousands of dollars, which she claimed that she did not give to Marcus Mitchell. And she also claimed that she was not giving it back to the people it was defrauded from in the first place. She was going to instead give it to some other charitable cause. I've seen a pattern of these phonies doing that as well when they get caught. And I'm going to show you the co-conspirators in the fraud. Yes, and I'm going to keep on calling them that because they weren't just promoting someone who they had no idea would lie and defraud people. I'm going to show you very briefly, because I've already covered all of this on the show, in which I exposed Mr. Mitchell as well as all of his cohorts that helped cover it up, like John Gonzalez, like Terrence Daniels, Anthony Gazzotti, like Mitra Sin, like Dan Garduno, Lolly B, and Joy Braun, as well as Ryan Vizens from No Spiritual Surrender, okay? As well as other people that are connected to those who are currently supporting what you're going to see in the video with the report about the camps. Orlando Cruz, who himself is a fraud because he supports frauds. And I would say that that's true of all of these other folks when they are knowingly making excuses for and continuing to double down on what they did in supporting Marcus Mitchell's fraud in the first place, okay? Remember, it wasn't just a, oops, he lied about getting shot in the chest. He defrauded people online out of thousands of dollars in multiple platforms, okay? Do you remember all of this, Duke?
Oh, yeah.
What did you think about what I was talking about right now with that?
Oh, my God. We go way back to Halloween of last year, and the whole thing that happened at Marcus Mitchell. And also we've been researching him because of his case, and so we knew these things were all lies. Well, we knew he had a hearing that following Monday, and, right before that, all of a sudden he's shot, and then all these people came out, supporting him, and I was like, what's going on? And then we, find out pretty quickly that it's all a big hoax. And instead of people saying, boy, I got duped, and, that was like, I jumped too quick into this, they all doubled down. And all sorts of people, and all these people were connected to Standing Rock. Of course, he was connected to Standing Rock. And see, what was happening is that the Standing Rock trials were coming to an end. They're coming to an end, and they still need to milk them. They still needed to milk them for something more. And these folks are out there milking it away. And we tried to hold them accountable. We did shows on it. They directly responded to us. It's like, they're saying, yeah, you guys are liars about us lying. No, wait, we weren't lying. We were just taken. Oh my God, why are you saying these things? And you'll see some of that repeated tonight. I think it's something that, people have been scamming. And this Orlando Cruz that we're going to spend some time on tonight too was one of the biggest ones, one of the biggest liars. And he's being paraded around the country in these other camps. The thing is, these people go on to do other things, and they use their Standing Rock cred, their street cred, their Standing Rock cred, and they go and they're put up on stages, they're given stipends and honorariums, they're flown around the country because they're supposedly these activists, and what they are is a bunch of frauds. And so these connections to people, everyone that's connected to this is participating in the fraud. So I think it's just indicative of what is going on with the leftovers from Standing Rock, trying to milk it till the last minute, and they try to create more and more stuff. They've created these camps dealing with the border issues and the migrant caravan, and it's just as fake as the earlier stuff. It's just fake, fake, fake.
Yeah, and this all happened last year around October. It was right around Halloween, the time of Halloween. Mm-hmm. So if you go back and check on the shows that we did about Marcus Mitchell around October 31st, you will find that we set all of this out for people to see that, basically they were all lying with him, in concert with him, validating Marcus Mitchell's lie. And I'm going to show you how they did that. First of all, I want to show you that one of the people that had, one of the only people that in the all of the media that covered Standing Rock, that actually talked to Marcus Mitchell about his initial allegations of what happened to him out at Standing Rock and how he lost his eye and had all of these severe injuries, was John Gonzalez. And here's John Gonzalez's post where he did this interview over the phone with Marcus Mitchell and, talked about what the world should know about what happened to Marcus. Okay? So, if you could start reading that, Duke.
All right, I sure will. The world should know. Straight talk with Standing Rock water protector Marcus Mitchell, who yesterday was beaten by Mandan police. On the morning of January 19, 2017, the day before Trump's inauguration, I was shot in my left eye by police at the Blackwater Bridge on Highway 1806, just north of the Ochetis Oyate camp outside of Cannonball, North Dakota. The impact from a non-lethal beanbag round shattered my cheek and bone and orbital wall next to my eye, resulting in a loss of my vision. Hearing, sense of smell, taste, and touch left in my left side of the body. The police officer that shot me was aiming directly at me with the intention to cause serious harm. I was found in a hospital in Bismarck, North Dakota. The location news of my injury was not released by the Morton County Sheriff's Office or the hospital due to security reasons. I believe that the police and hospital were intentionally trying to hide my injury from the public. At the hospital, I was handcuffed to the bed, and after surgery to remove metal pellets from my eye. I was denied calls to my family, denied water, and kept under armed guard. After my relatives found me, I was immediately released from custody and was allowed visitors. The day I was discharged from the hospital, Morton County issued a warrant for my arrest. Under legal advisement, I chose not to release this video due to my warrant until I received necessary medical care and my health recovered. As my relatives and indigenous people from across Turtle Island were traveling to march in Washington, D.C., I believe that now is the time to share my story because we must not be afraid, and we must share the truth about what this country is doing to indigenous people and our precious mother's water for the existence of our next 7 generations. Our struggle is not over. It's just beginning. MM.
The show that we did covering this is called Father of Lies. I'm sharing this in the comments of our show. Go back and watch Father of Lies and see how they pulled off this stunt. In this next slide, John Gonzalez is talking about... Oh, this is from his Facebook page, excuse me. And you can see what he says he is. He says he's a drone pilot, journalist, author, and to protect Unchi Maka, our indigenous communities, and the vulnerable. The vulnerable, like the people that were defrauded online, the vulnerable people whose emotions you like to jerk on.
Yeah.
And you like to take advantage of to get money for people who are frauds. And then use the excuse of mental illness and PTSD. I think a lot of people that actually suffer from mental illness and PTSD, such as veterans, would take great offense to you likening the, innate need to defraud and lie to people as a symptom of PTSD or as a symptom of mental illness. Like, no, criming is not the automatic response. It's not going to work for Jesse. It's not going to work for this story. It doesn't work. It doesn't fit. It's quite insulting. It's quite insulting. So here's what else he is connected to. He's a water protector at Oceti, Sacco, and Camp. He worked at Standing Bear Network. Basically, he's a live streamer. He founded Standing Bear Network. Standing Bear is his native name.
I see.
He lives in Wakefield, Rhode Island. I don't know about that.
Yeah.
But if you keep going down, he manages politics and stuff. Remember when I talked about these fake progressives and their fake progressive platforms?
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Politics and stuff was on that list. And then it says Standing Bear Network and Progressive Independent News. So progressive independents, the real progressives, politics and stuff, and a lot of these other groups that they talk to you about that supported Bernie Sanders, that supported Jill Stein, that were talking about all of this MMT nonsense. Yeah, these people are the same people connected to John Gonzalez. Okay. What else do we have here? Marcus Mitchell's GoFundMe. So this is one of the places he collected money from. Okay. As you can see there, they collected $3,115 out of $20,000. This was in solidarity with this guy because and they're using the original pictures of him in the hospital from his original injuries at Standing Rock. This is not for the gunshot injuries. This is not because it didn't happen. This is not for a recent, it was because they were saying he still had a lot of hospital bills from way back then, 2 years ago, almost 3 years ago, and because he's got to come to court and he needs money for that.
Yep.
So here is another post from Marcus Mitchell asking for money, where he's complaining about how the judge knows about his condition, the fake shooting he's talking about, and won't allow for a continuance. So he's going to have to go down to North Dakota. But then there's some problem with the $1,200 that were already raised for him.
Oh, yeah.
The reason for that is because his credit bank has messed up transferring of those funds. I already raised into his account, and the bank told him that those funds, around $1,200, would arrive into his bank account by November 7th. But he needs to come to court before that. So he's going to need you to give him another $1,200 pronto. Look how smart. He's like, oh, money. I know I already raised all the money I needed for the transportation, but now the money transfer issue means I need another $1,200. Totally, I'm going to pay back, right? Like, why would you give this kid more money?
Yeah, you shouldn't.
But, the people that did and supported him are John Gonzalez, a lot of the people that are currently at this Texas camp, or people that work with the folks that are in the Caravan Support Network. Let me show you how they communicate still to this day about our reporting here at 88.1. This is recently posted by Susie Desba after we talked about the list, the report about the list that Homeland Security is going off of to interview people at the border. And she says 88.1 Fargo Moorhead and Cindy Gomez and her co-host Hubby Duke on Facebook Live admit in many live feeds to reporting activists to Homeland Security. So these articles coming out about this are most likely with the help from her. And oh yeah, she also monitors this group too. FYI, because this was posted in the Caravan Support Network, and one of the people that supported the last fraud, that the guy that is going to be on the watch party that we're going to watch together, Orlando Cruz, was involved with, John Gonzalez, he comments too. And what does he say? Cindy, Cindy, Cindy. And then he laughs, laughing emojis, and thank you emoji. And then Juliana Sequoia, one of the people that was commenting on their post about being on the list. I showed this on my last show. This is part of a larger post where they're all commenting, I'm on the list. And Evan Duke's like, I'm on the list, you know. She was one of the people commenting. I believe that she was also part of that group or asking if she was on the list. And she's like, damn. And then another person named Julius Child says, sound like she's not got enough to do. Poor Cindy. Well, let me tell you something about how investigations work. Somebody leaked this information to the press. So since I am part of the press, I would have had to have been part of Homeland Security or ICE or CBP in order to be leaking it to the press. So that's not how it works.
That's right.
Pendeja. But also, there's the thing of how this story came out. As I discussed on my last show, the Standing Rock phonies had a similar friendly media at The Intercept get information when it became apparent to people within this vast network of Standing Rock frauds and phonies and actors that they were being investigated. Because that's what they do. See, it's a pattern of behavior I've seen. Once they know, their network knows, then they have one of their media allies or somebody in the legal allyship immediately question the authorities so that they can find out more information about what they're being investigated for. That way they can dog whistle to all of the people in their network that they're trying to protect from the investigation. Hey, we're being investigated and this is who they're investigating. So that means that the River Dohertys of the world can shut down their Facebook pages and stop talking on social media and be a little bit more careful. It dog whistles to all of them to clamp down and protect themselves because they're being investigated. So I don't think that's what I am, Susie. If you're accusing me of actually working with ICE or Border Patrol or Homeland Security, then why would I need to do it in this clandestine fashion?
Yep, exactly.
I've just been reporting it pretty publicly, and I'm not openly admitting to reporting you to Homeland Security. I am reporting, and I am glad to share this information with Mexican reporters, Homeland Security, ICE, and anybody else who needs this information for their investigative work. There is nothing but facts, figures, and accountability and transparency on my part, on my end.
Oh, yeah.
So, this is from the GoFundMe that Marcus Mitchell had up, and this was just 4 months ago. Remember, this hoax took place in October of last year, and just 4 months ago, somebody went and found that they're still having this GoFundMe for Mitchell, and people are still promoting it somehow.
Wow.
And this is what somebody wrote on the GoFundMe. They were so upset. They said, give the money back, basically. This is fake. Marcus Mitchell is fake. You still having this up shows you really don't care. This guy needs prayers, not money. He needs to sweat and not want for attention. He is a POS to the cause and to this movement. People like him make it harder for real warriors that need real help. Give this money back, Marcus.
Yeah.
People are calling him out. But if you dare and you do it effectively and you show receipts like Mexican crossing lines, then they come after you. And a lot of these folks did. By the way, many of them perpetrated frauds of their own. Remember Terrence Daniels, the guy that was raising money for the people in the California wildfires using pictures he stole from Hillary Rodham Clinton's Twitter account? Like, he didn't even bother to fake the information properly. Yeah, he was one of the people, and that raised that money for a roof after a hurricane he kept for himself. Remember how I showed you he defrauded a lady and her damaged home after a hurricane? Yeah, this is the kind of people these folks are. So, of course, they're down to clown with the fraud Marcus Mitchell. And he says, Terrence Daniels posts this article seemingly attaching another accident that had nothing to do with Marcus Mitchell, that wasn't even on the same date but posting it on his page to give credence from different water protectors that are highly regarded and respected for being truth tellers, that this was real. Yeah. And he posted this KRQE.com article that is titled, "Shooting in Northwest Albuquerque Leaves Man with Critical Injuries." But that did not pertain to Marcus Mitchell. And here is another post of Terrence Daniels showing you that he was trying to make it seem as if he was talking about Marcus Mitchell's shooting, and says, Marcus is out of surgery. He never had surgery. There was no shots. There was no gunshots. Marcus is out of surgery and recovering. Thank you. Here's another one of the frauds and phonies who was out in Puerto Rico after the hurricane happened there, after Hurricane Maria, defrauding people of their money, helping the ones that were. Remember, he was raising money for dog surgery? For his
That's right.
Surgery? Yeah. We showed you all of that in Disaster Vultures. Go back and watch that show. Nemo, why don't you find the Disaster Vultures series and drop it in the comments of the show so folks can go and see the background, the pattern of fraudulent behavior and supporting those who defraud. Here's Anthony Gazzotti supporting the fraudulent behavior of Marcus Mitchell. Fellow water protector Marcus Mitchell found in a field in Albuquerque with 2 gunshot wounds to the lower abdomen, waiting for update. Update. Marcus has been found and is in the hospital, and under the circumstances, they will not release any information. So please leave it to the family to deal with things and release information as needed. This is a time to stand together and be respectful. And remember, security culture.
Oh, yeah.
Like red alert. Water protectors unite. Right?
Yep.
And it was all a hoax. Please tell me that you see, Duke, that this is not just accidentally jumping the gun because you wanted to believe that you were helping someone in real need. Can you not see how far out of their way these folks are going to present what looks like factual information about something that was completely fabricated? This is another post. This is actually video. And I want you to know that this man, John Gonzalez, kicked off the phony support by literally, in the movie Say Anything, where John Cusack is holding up the stereo over his head, in a moment reminiscent from a scene from that movie, John Gonzalez sits on his live stream holding up his phone to the screen such as this and weeping bitter tears of horror and pain as he listens to his little nephew dying from gunshot wounds that never happened. When it was exposed by me, okay, because all of these people that you are hearing from talking about the Marcus Mitchell hoax, they're not mad at Marcus Mitchell that he defrauded people. They're mad at me for exposing it. And they're even more mad that I said what needed to be said, which is that they are co-conspirators. They've done it before. They'll do it again. Watch for yourself how contrite, how guilty this man feels. He doesn't. He is doubling down on the fraud and saying that he wants to actually congratulate everybody that sent thousands of dollars for this crime, this cyber crime. Hey, all of you that decided to send money even though it turned out to be a fraud that hurts other water protectors, that hurts people that are in real need, I'm going to congratulate you for falling for this hoax and for supporting this person even though it was a complete fraud. Because that's how they do. They double down on their BS. Watch for a minute.
Marcus, I've needed, time to cultivate my emotions and a lot of the information that I've seen coming in. And I've been surrounding myself with some really good people. And I have a few things I want to say about this. And, be sure to share this out because I know it's causing a lot of division. And I think this is really a time for coming together. As far as the night of the alleged shooting, which we know now to be false, first thing I want to do is I want to thank everybody who responded so quickly. You know, when there's a call out for a water protector man down, you know, people really rose to the occasion. And, you know, I thought that my brother was shot and bleeding out in a field somewhere in Albuquerque. And, you know, that's one of the reasons why I left that post up there. You know, as controversial as it may be, we have to realize, you know, that Marcus, you know, he experienced a lot of trauma out there at Standing Rock. He and Sophia Walensky, you know, were hurt terribly, you know, and many, many others. So I think it's a time for us to acknowledge the trauma. You know, that
don't acknowledge the fraud.
Yeah.
Don't acknowledge the lie. Look past that and focus on the PTSD. Focus on the trauma. Focus on the excuse. And the excuse is the trauma. Right? That's supposed to excuse any criminal behavior that these people do. Another person making excuses for Marcus Mitchell was Mitra. Mitra Sin, by the way, works with LaDonna on the Sacred Stone Camp Facebook page, which has tens of thousands of followers. Recently, Mitra Sin helped LaDonna do a video in which they defended the Nathan Phillips hoax. See, people that lie together, fraud together. Mm-hmm. That's how they do. And Mitra Sin was defending this entire lie. Here is what she said. Go back to the top, please. To the very top. Okay, so it said they were talking about the bullets and the injury, and it says here it ricocheted. I don't know who said that there, or I think it was Mitra. Then Susie Desba. This is Vanessa Dundon, and she says Mitra Sin did not dress any wound. Tina Trana said she did, or she gave him the supplies. Then Diane Heidemann said she gave him the kinesio. I don't know what that is.
Yeah, it's that black tape.
Kinesio tape.
Yep.
Kinesio tape. Then Mitra chimes in and says, Susie, since the story changed to only a ricocheted round, superficial, did not puncture the lung wound, he did not remove the gauze. I focused on ribs, put on K-tape. She helped him put on the kinesio tape or whatever that is supposedly on the wounds. And the way that she is excusing why this 2 gunshot wounds to the chest turned into the bullet ricocheted somewhere. It was a magic bullet, the magic bullet. So no gauze was removed. It was odd. There was no bruising. I only focused on ribs. If it were only a superficial injury, no need to dress. He was going to live. Let me tell you that Mitra talked about that before she made an excuse for what she had said. She did talk about the wound. Here she's talking about the wound. So here's Tina Trana saying to Julie, much love, do what you can, just what you can. You don't have to prove anything to anyone. And then Tina Trana says, it was an injury, just not a gunshot. Mitra did dress the wound. It didn't look like the typical gunshot wound, but he said it ricocheted. And then Susie says Mitra did not dress any wound. So this is the beginning, the beginning part of this. Mm-hmm. And I also want to tell you that in the original posts where Mitra talked about this, she said that she had dressed his wound.
Yeah.
And that she said as a combat medic, she credentialized herself as a combat medic that dressed his wound. that goes beyond lying and saying that, well, you know, you focused on his ribs and you thought it was weird after the fact that he didn't have any bruises. And, you know, for someone that was said to be in a hospital, just gotten out of surgery, and all these other things that are being said by the same group of people that fraud together, that lie together, it creates this cloud of confusion about what really happened. And there's lots of room to lie to clean it up. So that's what Mitra's trying to do. Here she is talking about the money. Mitra is saying people all pitch in to get him there. This is about raising money for the trip. She received the money. He didn't have it. And then she says, this is getting bigger and bigger and bigger. Mitra was used. I do not see an apology from Orlando anywhere, and I cannot find that video from yesterday. Am I wrong? I know what I heard. Mitra responds, I said I would only give money after the court proceedings to Mitchell. She's talking about giving the money raised for him to go to court until after the court proceedings. She said, I had it available Friday, but thinking he would run. She's saying she had the money to give to him to go to the court proceedings available on a Friday, but she was afraid he would run. Think about that.
Yeah.
Did this woman have faith that Marcus Mitchell wouldn't do something shady in conjunction with the raising of the money just for him to go to court, let alone on this fake gunshot wound thing? Like, she knows he's a fraud, but they cover for each other anyway. You see that? And she says, only after which upset Marcus. So he got upset because she would only give him the money after. He wanted now, and I wouldn't bend. She knew. Anybody else? Luba said, I hope someone recorded that video. I know I took screenshots. In fact, let me go get one of them. Okay. Yep. So they're on to you. Anyway, here's Dan Garduno, the glass man, also somebody that not only promoted, but validated. Y'all went out there and said, see, a lot of people sent me the same footage and said, Marcus Mitchell has been shot. And I was like, this don't pass the smell test. Yep. You know how many times one of these Standing Rock phonies has tried to set me up to tell one of their lies for them?
Yep, exactly.
But this doesn't even pass the smell test on the dumbest person. I don't know how all of these people who claim to have some sort of intelligence weren't duped. I don't believe that they were duped. I think they knew a lot of things about this kid, and they went ahead and supported it anyway. Yep. And here is what Dan Garduno said. If I'm assuming correct, and you're talking about the radio show where we were all associated with Marcus Mitchell's cry for help, that's my radio show they're talking about.
Oh, wow.
And his own false flag event. Yep. That's the one. He says, I called them out for that show. I have yet to hear back from them. They don't want to hear absolute truth from a devotee of Krishna. Krishna will kick their asses and run them through the storm. So I sit back and watch and wait. I support you, Lolly. He's talking to Lolly B.
I see.
Another one of the people that supported the fraud and currently is one of the people who is involved in the Caravan Support Network and is working with Al Otro Lado, one of the main groups associated with Pueblos Sin Fronteras, and that is concurrently with Jake Lee Harris and some others giving very bad, very unethical, likely illegal advice to people in this caravan. Working with unaccompanied minors and leaving evidence all along the way that somebody in law enforcement or the FBI should be very, very, very carefully looking at it this time. Yes, Lolly B. She also supported the Marcus Mitchell fraud. Any wonder?
Yeah.
They're all down for all of these fraudsters. And Dan is in this video making excuses after I called them out on my show. They all made excuses, not apologies. They did not back down. They did not feel sorry that this was a fraud that was perpetrated on their friends. They didn't offer to pay back the money that they helped to raise for this fraudulent event. Instead, they made excuses for themselves and they made excuses for Mitchell. Watch Dan. Just quickly.
I don't know if this was on Halloween night, the night before, the night after, but it's been a pretty crazy weekend with everything going on with Marcus, and I just have to say that I am sorry that I basically relayed a bunch of bogus information and a bunch of bogus bunch of lies. So, I was in communication with Marcus directly.
Yeah. You basically told a bunch of lies.
Yep, exactly.
But as I said, I don't think these folks are really upset at Marcus. They continue to support each other. No one holds anyone accountable. No one calls anyone on the carpet for doing anything wrong. No one says, whoa, wait a minute, you can't do that. Because they're involved to a large degree in supporting each other on their current campaign that is currently being investigated as part of this joint venture between Interpol, the U.S., and Mexico of trafficking of humans, international trafficking of humans. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
That is a thing that is happening. There is a report that includes a list of people that was just put out by San Diego 7 News. So we know the investigation is happening. We know what it involves, and we know who it involves primarily. And it's some of these folks. So this is Lolly supporting Marcus. After he was caught red-handed, she still doubled down.
Mm-hmm.
Still. She says she talked to him. And, of course, she's Lolly be healing, remember?
Oh, yeah.
She's a healer.
Mm-hmm.
So, of course, you have to take what she's saying as if it was coming from her daddy.
From a doctor.
The person that has a real medical degree from a prestigious college. She says that Marcus experienced the most severe injury and extreme abuse of his rights. Post-traumatic stress disorder is a life-changing condition which can manifest in a variety of ways. Sometimes you decide that you want to lie to people about getting shot in the chest twice and defraud them online and commit, a cybercrime, because that's what PTSD does to people.
Yeah.
Don't you see all these veterans coming back and then robbing people and lying?
Yeah.
Right? That's
Right.
what you're saying, right? That's what these people are trying to do. That's what this disingenuous person, Lolly B, is trying to say about people with mental instability or mental illness or with PTSD. Then she turns into a doctor and she says, traumatic brain injuries, where's the diagnosis?
Yeah, really.
Unless I'm looking on it on a document that came out of his records, his medical records, unless it is coming from a doctor, like a neurologist, not just, some quack, but an actual doctor trained in the field, I don't believe you. And if this person truly is disabled to that degree, there should be documentation of it, ample documentation of it. So I don't know why Lolly B has to make excuses and pretend to be a doctor and a psychologist all in one post, but she did feel like she had to. And that is the lengths that these folks are willing to go with the wrong people for the wrong reasons. No matter how obvious the fraud is, they continue with their plan. Here's a picture of them from the Standing Rock water protector time. There's Lolly and her dog and Marcus in the front.
Yep.
They stick together. Here's Joy Brunn raising money for Marcus Mitchell. She's from the Indigenous Environmental Network. Her nephew, Wiaka Eagleman, which is part of Aerial Medicine, one of the many people with the Caravan Support Network. In fact, he's one of the admins on the page. He is one of the admins on the page. And there was at least 3 admins on that list, right? She was raising money for the fraud. She posted his, request for assistance. And then she says, Marcus is saying Western Union is preferable. Please contact him here in Facebook to get information. So Mitra Sin is raising money for him for his travel to court. We have a GoFundMe for him that was raising up to $20,000 for his medical expenses from 2.5 years ago. And for court costs. And he has Joy Brunn raising money saying Western Union it to him.
Yeah, directly.
Yeah. I also saw posts asking for Venmo and PayPal.
Okay.
So there was a lot of people raising money for him. Joy was then one of the people, again, she's with the Indigenous Environmental Network, that later said, hey, this was a fraud. But here's what she said initially. She didn't, like all of these other phonies, she didn't say, what this kid did was wrong. It's a crime. We need to harshly call out people like this, especially that are calling themselves water protectors and making money off of using that name that we hold dear and prestigious amongst our protesters or amongst the movement of water defenders or nature defenders or whatever the hell you want to call yourself these days, and say that this was something that everyone should condemn. Okay? No, this is what she posted instead about the fraud. This is what she had to say. A statement will come out later regarding the scam. Let's put that over here to the side. Let's not talk about the scam or the scammers right now. Okay? Right now, I'd rather have loved, rather have cared. I'd rather have opened my heart to pain and to be broken than not. We care, and that's why we do what we do. This is a movement. This is a family of what? Of criminals? Because how do you love your children, your neighbor, or anybody that you claim to care about by supporting them when they commit crimes? How is that love? If I did that to my children, I would have them taken away from me. What, you condone your child committing fraud? Do you know that parents of children that allow their kids to do that can be charged with the crimes their children commit?
Exactly.
No, that's not love. That's ridiculous. So here is Joy making excuses. Is that the same one? Oh, yeah, that's the other one. So this was Joy making excuses. I already read that one.
Yep.
Here's another person that was making excuses for this fraud, Marcus Mitchell. More recently, he was seen making excuses for the Black Israelites, the racist Black Israelites that were spewing hatred, venom and hatred at all of the people in their in their earshot at the Lincoln Memorial when the Covington Catholic School kids were confronted by Nathan Phillips, and Nathan Phillips perpetrated a hoax hate crime. Remember that? Ryan Vizens was there to defend that hoax as well. Coinkydink? Do you think that I've been able to go down the list of people that defended this hoax and found parallels to them currently being involved in criminal activity or being under investigation for allegations of such, or having been participants of supporting previous frauds? I don't think so. Take a listen to the extreme anger that Ryan Vizens has for me, because I am calling them out, because I am denouncing what they did and calling it what it is, a co-conspirator. You're a co-ally in the criminality. Here is what he had to say about me.
Years ago, apparently, he had put out a live video that said that he had been shot and he needed help. and water protectors had come together to try to help him. People had started raising money to try to give him support that he needed, helping him out with hotel rooms and food, and a GoFundMe to try to get him back on his feet. What he had said was happening is he did a live feed where he was claiming that he had been shot twice. It eventually came out that he had not been shot and that he was actually telling a lie. And I'm only going live because I'm watching another live feed that's on Facebook right now where somebody's like really seriously demonizing people that were trying to do the right thing by helping somebody. I'm not justifying what he did by any means. Obviously, taking advantage of people, lying to people is not acceptable by any means. I'm not someone to pass judgment on people. I'm not the perfect person in the world. But obviously stealing from people and lying, especially saying something like you've been shot and that you're dying, that's obviously something that goes farther than just lying, right? Like that's like some kind of mental issues. But whether or not you think people are dumb for believing it or dumb for helping give him money, people were generally trying to do the right thing. People heard that somebody was being hurt and they stepped up and they tried to help financially any way they could. And I'm just seeing this live feed where people are just getting wrung through the ringers for trying to be good people. You know, generally, if somebody ever said they were shot, 99% out of the 100 times, they would probably be shot. Like, most people wouldn't lie about that, right? So the people that really, I believe, that stood up, there was a guy named John Gonzalez who was trying to get help for this guy, Marcus Mitchell. There was another guy, Orlando Cruz. I don't roll with any of these guys. I don't know them. I've heard their names before. I don't believe that any of them had malicious intent in their heart when they were trying to get this man help. Now, there's people that are trying to paint like these guys were like in on some gig to get $2,000 or something like that from Marcus. And I really don't see that being the case. Now, what I do want to keep in mind that I think it's important that you also recognize is obviously Marcus is going through mental issues. Like I said, the dude got shot in the eye and lost his eye. You know, he was then handcuffed to a hospital bed in Bismarck, North Dakota. You know, there's a lot of people walked out of Standing Rock with a lot of traumas and a lot of post-traumatic stress and issues like that, and some more than others. I would assume people, you know, Sophia Lewinsky lost her arm. This man got shot in the eye. Some people are going through mental issues, and it's not necessarily, you know, a justifiable term all the sense, but you have to pay attention to these issues and take them for what they are. You know what I mean? Obviously there's issues happening, but you know, you can't just say, oh, this is a bad guy. The guy's going through all kinds of PTSD. He's going through all kinds of stress. I'm not defending what he did because it was wrong, right? But to sit there and try to demonize the people that were trying to help him is just low class, man. It's just low class. You know, generally if a water protector needs help and there's a community of us that camped out for months and months through the winter, through freezing cold, through all kinds of situations that were very intense, if a brother needed help or a sister needed help, you would be there. You wouldn't question whether or not they were lying. You would try to help them. So I'm not demonizing anybody who gave support or fell for his lie. And I think it's very important to not do that. There's people out there that are obviously trying to divide people and destroy any kind of relation and destruct any kind of bonds that water protectors can have by sitting there and calling people stupid every time they make a mistake for trying to help somebody. And that's not the way to go towards progress. That's not going to get you anywhere. You know, like I said, what he did was wrong, for sure. Lying to people and saying that you were shot, 100% wrong. I'm not justifying his mental state. I'm not justifying him lying to people. It was completely wrong. But there was way worse fucking people at Standing Rock that took advantage of people. John Bigelow, who stole God knows how much money from a Chetty Shikowie camp. Michael Woods, the head of the vet, ran off with like $800,000 that were meant for the vets. Now you're taking the one guy who was like shot in the face and going through mental issues and completely demonizing him for having issues going on and demonizing the people that came out and tried to support him. You know, you can't let this stuff kind of divide you. I mean, Cindy Gomez, you can say whatever you want. You don't know me. You can't say shit about me because I've told the truth the whole time. I have nothing to hide. You know, but we have to not let people sit there and criticize and demonize people for trying to help each other, man. The whole point of this movement is people for people movement, you know, and there's people that are obviously, after the whole case, just trying to shit on people anytime they can. Meanwhile, they're not doing anything. They're like armchair activists sitting at their fucking house running their mouth. They don't do anything except talk on the internet. So, get the fuck out of here with that shit. So, what I'm telling you guys is continue to support your brothers and sisters. If somebody's needs help, listen to them. You know, there's obviously good people in the world, bad people in the world. It's up to you to be able to figure out who's good and who's bad. Sometimes you're going to get screwed over, and sometimes you're really going to help people. But don't let people diminish your intentions of trying to help people if somebody says they need help. That's what makes good people, is doing the best you can for people that need help. And don't let anybody demonize you for that. Keep standing, man. I love you guys. That's all I got to say. If you don't know about what happened, I'm sure you'll learn. But there's fucking instigators all over the internet. A bunch of people that run their mouth and don't do shit but sit on the internet. Come after me if you want. I ain't got shit to hide. So, love you guys. Thank you. Mini Wachoni, water is life. Keep standing. Honor the treaties. Protect, love, respect each other. And through unity, we can make anything happen. But not with fucks like this that are just trying to devolve the movement. Love you. Bye.
Wow, he's really a potty mouth.
His mother with that mouth. Listen, let me tell you something. He is super angry. You know why? There was something he said in there that gives away how these people brainwash their marks. Okay?
Yeah.
Because he said something that when you heard it, it sounded like a little bit off. He said, whether you're one of those people that thinks that they're dumb, the people that gave Marcus money are dumb for giving him money, or whether you think that those people are dumb for believing Marcus. And I was like, I wasn't criticizing people that supported this hoax as co-conspirators of his crime, which I believed them to be. Because I showed you, it was more than just like, oh, I heard Marcus is hurt and I don't know the circumstances of it at all, but if you can help him, help him. Nah. They're like, I dressed his wound. I'm a combat medic. Mm-hmm. It's real. It happened. Right? They put out information that was false and misleading to make you believe the lie. They went above and beyond to make you believe the lie. So did Orlando Cruz. Mm-hmm. So did Orlando Cruz, the guy you're about to see. And here's what he had to say when he was defending the black Israelites. Indefensible, you would think. But he did it. He managed to do it. This is Ryan Vizen's No Spiritual Surrender is the Facebook page that he runs. And, you know, when he was saying, he also gave away in this other little piece. Let me just say one more thing about this. I know what he gave away something about the way he thinks of the people and how they reacted to my reporting. I was never insinuating on my show that those people were stupid for believing that Marcus was injured, because I know that they knew he wasn't injured, or stupid for giving money. That means all the people out there who actually defrauded were stupid. And that's who he's talking to, because those people are his mark. Those people are John Gonzalez's mark. Those people are Marcus Mitchell's and Lolly B's, Myron Dewey's, Orlando Cruz's, Joy Braun's. That's their bread and butter. They need all of those people to cry real tears when they say somebody got fake shot. They need people to cry real tears when they hear that, you know, Jussie Smollett is being attacked by the MAGA hat wearers. That's what they, you know, are trying to elicit from you, a real emotion. And when I tell you this was baseless, completely fabricated, he's afraid that his marks, the marks of these frauds, are going to have the natural reaction that goes with a loss like that. You go through the 5 stages of grief. But you know what? At the end of that, you realize, you accept that you have been defrauded. And once you get to the point where you accept that, you don't have any respect for the fraud anymore, because you've gone through disbelief. You've gone through bargaining. You've gone through all of those things. And at the end of it, you were still defrauded by someone and all of these other people helping that someone. And when you can reach that conclusion with surety, you're not going to let yourself be defrauded anymore. That's what they're really scared of. Losing hold on your brain. So he's like, keep standing up and Mini Wachoni. Because he wants to keep on playing the game. He was defending with his platform, by the way. Notice it comes right from his platform, No Spiritual Surrender, which raised about 20,000 or more followers, especially during the Standing Rock movement when it was called something else. I can't remember. If somebody that's watching or listening remembers, drop it in the comments what it used to be called. Duke, read this post about the... In fact, now I'll read it. He says, every single post, people come in and scream and holler to, quote, watch the videos of the Black Israelites screaming at these kids, trying to somehow justify that as an excuse for them to be rude to Nathan Phillips. See how I just tucked the lie in?
Oh, yeah.
Time and time again, this entire story has been focused around Nick Sandman, one of 100 plus boys out there involved with this. Sandman may have become the face of this MAGA hate group, but he was by no means the only one. What those Black Israelites did had zero responsibility to how these MAGA dorks treated Mr. Phillips, a Native American man, a descendant of the same people these children's ancestors slaughtered for this land. Whoa, that took an ugly turn, Duke.
Yeah, no kidding.
We went from 0 to 60. Mm-hmm. But alas, here we are, playing the spin game. So here is an unreleased video none of you have ever seen. Make sure to turn the volume all the way up. Make sure you listen to these little jerks mock his singing. Braves mockery song of his ancestors. Wait. Okay, I'm sorry. I missed a part. Make sure you listen to these entitled little creeps recite the Atlanta Braves mockery song of his ancestors trying to drown him out. Make sure you look at over a dozen of these scumbags doing a tomahawk chop in plain disrespect of him, his culture, and his ancestors. Screw everyone in Catholicism. Whoa.
Everyone.
Damn, Duke.
Mm-hmm.
That was toward you and me.
Yep.
And further, that defends these walking piles of MAGA garbage. This is what racism sounds like. And yes, it's not rape if they enjoy it, poophead kid in the background to prove he was with this group. Okay. We're not going to play that video because we don't. No. But anyway, I just wanted to show you how he managed to defend the Black Israelites and give them a pass, say that nothing that they did had anything to do with how the kids were reacting, when it literally was the only reason the kids were chanting to drown out the hate speech of the Black Israelites.
Yeah.
But let's put that aside, and then he just lays into these kids in the most hateful way. But that's what they do, you see. That's what they do. They sign on for the BS. Now, one more thing I wanted to talk to you about. When we're going to get to this video right now, we're going to start watching, get some popcorn, get some snacks, because we're going to watch this video, and I want you to take notes. I hope you're taking notes about what he's about to tell us they're doing at the Texas camps. But here is what he says he's reporting with Native News Media. And this is their About page. So it shows you that it is a Native Media Network. And it has, scroll down, please.
12,000 followers.
How many?
12,000.
12,000 followers, right? And then it says Native Media News. Native Media Network was launched with the mission of and promise to provide literacy programs. And I didn't see where it's from, Santa Fe, New Mexico. And I think that's it. Right. Here is the Native Media News team. You see there's Harmon Houghton and Robert Stottins.
Stoughton.
I didn't really get into who Stoughton's is, but I did check into who Harmon Horton is, the founder of Native News Media. This is his Facebook page. And it turns out that he is friends with Myron Dewey. Here he is with Myron Dewey, hanging out with him at this event. One of the people to the right there posted a little poster in the comments. If you'll move it over, it says, one more down, it says, Myron Dewey, digital smoke signals, brings his powerful story to Santa Fe, and he's with Harmon Houghton. And then Jonelle Romero says, photo taken at the 14th Red Nation Film Festival, Santa Fe, leading Native Film Festival. Natives in charge of the narrative, August 15th through 19th, event August 15th at the Hotel Santa Fe, Red Nation Conversation Series, Native Women in Film. Okay, so here's the poster from Jonelle Romero's page of the actual thing she posted in the comments. And look at that, Duke. It says, Film Festival on the road, natives in charge of their narrative. And if you could make that a little bit bigger, I'm going to share some of the people at this event. As you can see, in person, they've got Faith Keeper, Open Lions, Winona LeDuc of Honor the Earth.
Yep.
Jonelle Romero is one of the people appearing at this event.
Okay.
Then there's Pearl Means and Peter Spitter. I'm not going to read all of this, but another interesting one is Deb Haaland, now Congresswoman Deb Haaland, who was part of the Indigenous Peoples March. In fact, she was given security. Her security detail were the Red Rum people, some of whom were involved with the security of Deb Haaland at the Indigenous Peoples March, where the Nathan Phillips hoax took place. And incidentally, Deb Haaland was one of the people that supported Nathan Phillips and tweeted about her feelings about the incident. But she immediately took a side, and that was the side she took. Interesting. Both of those women on the poster at this event. So Jonelle Romero's page was interesting. I went over there to check her out and see what's going on with her. And then I found this post, Duke, about her. Well, this is her her about section that tells you where she works, what her school is, and it's pretty impressive. I think it gives Christina Hollenbeck a run for her money. If you keep scrolling there, you'll see that she has. Oh, you're gonna have to make that bigger for me. She is a film director at American Holocaust. When it's all over, I'll still be an Indian. I'll still be Indian. CEO, co-founder, director, producer, writer at Red Nations Film, founder, president, Red Nations Film Festival, Native Cinema, founder, president, Native Women in Film and Television, actor, an actress in all of this stuff, of course. SAG actress, CEO, founder, owner, Red Nation Television, founder, president, Red Nation Celebration Institution, works at member at Academy Motion Pictures Art and Sciences, actress at TNT, actress at Imagine ENT, actress at Ishlan, actress at Handmade Films, at the American Film Institute, at NBC, at Lionsgate Films, at CBS. Wow, indeed. And here's a post that she wrote about this tattoo on her arm, which is in Hebrew.
Okay.
I know, right? It says, I have Spanish, Sephardic in my lineage, Zuni, Apache, Tewa, Piro, New Mexico, Raramuri, Chihuahua, Mexico, Irish, German, journeying through the polarities, having the historic trauma of conquest, colonization, assimilation, conflicting cultural values. Can you go all the way to the top there? No, the other way. This is what Joanella wrote. She said, I am my blood, that of a Spanish Sephardic Jew, Mescalero Apache, Navajo, Southern Ute, Paiute, Cheyenne Nations, Pawnee, Oaxaca by marriage and Oneida Iroquois family relations. My son's name in Hebrew is on the inside of my left arm where the Nazis tattooed numbers at Auschwitz. Pride instead of shame and horror. That was really bizarre.
Yeah.
Because it was, okay, you know why it was bizarre, right? Okay, I don't even have to explain that one. So it reminded me of the bizarre post that Dewey made when he was in Mexico City with the Caravan.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
And he was talking about the Central Americans, and he said, there are thousands of Central Americans already in the U.S. We, because he's one of the, Central Americans, I think he means indigenous people. We are descendants of the tribes of Israel. And this land belongs to us. The resources are ours. This is Myron Dewey of Digital Smoke Signals. And they call me a wacko.
Yeah, really.
They say this about me. I'm just saying. I'm just pointing out something. And I want to remind folks that among many of the people that are either being investigated, questioned, are on that list, raise their hand on that show where I showed you. They all said, I'm on the list. Dewey was one of those people that was interrogated, and this was his post about being interrogated with Homeland Conspiracy. Today I spoke with Homeland Conspiracy. So this is where he posted that he was interrogated by an officer named Gonzalez, that he was there until 2:30 in the morning, that they took his phone away from him, that he was unwilling to answer their questions, that, he felt that they were trying to intimidate him. And then, of course, there is Evan in Texas talking about creating the Asylum Seekers Caravan Support Network and the beginning of these camps. This is the Antifa leader. This is the anarchist Antifa leader. This is the BAM-connected leader of these caravan support networks. One of the many organizations, groups that are being investigated on that list. One of the people, in fact, Evan Duke, said he was on that list in the last show where we talked about the list. And here he's talking about the creation of these camps. This is why it's very important for you to listen to this following tape with Orlando Cruz, because all of this goes right back on the folks of the camps. What does Orlando Cruz have to say? Well, pull up a chair, get comfy. Let's watch it together.
All right.
What's going on down here, close to the border, where they're building the wall and desecrating the land. They want to dig up burial sites, to put the wall through. And actually where they're putting the wall is not even by the border. It's actually about a mile and a half north of the border. A mile and a half north of the border. So if you're north from the border, where are you? You're in the U.S. New Mexico, Texas, but yeah, they're building this wall in the oddest of places, and it's pretty wild, It's not just only the people that migrate. It's also animals that migrate. And what's to say some of these animals can't even get through to their migrating area? That's not a good thing. It's not a good thing what's going on. I know they say they're trying to keep people out. I mean, like way back in the day, there was no walls. There was no border walls, and they want to put walls. They want to enclose everything. That's not part of being free. How do we make America great? How about if we come together and unite, we can make America great. We can accomplish a number of things. We can do so much. I tell you, because the stuff that's going on is uncalled for. You know, and while I was walking back from the climate march, you walk over the levee and you can see Border Patrol sitting there. I don't know what they're doing, you know, but as soon as I passed over and I started walking down the road, yeah, one of them came down that way. He came driving really slow, right behind me, on the side of me, and he kind of like drove by. He did a little wave, and I'm like, okay. And I just kept walking, waited for everyone else to return. And another thing is, you know, finding out all the different drone laws here. So the one thing that we found is, yeah, we can fly up to the levee, fly left and right of the levee, but we cannot go over the levee. If we go over to the other side of the levee, they will confiscate. They say you can't even be up on top, you can't even stand up on top of the levee. If there's people there, you'll get arrested, you know. So there's you know, and I just been, you know, I've been kind of getting sleep and kind of not. I'm really worried about, you know, what's gonna happen here and what's gonna happen to all these people that are buried there. This is the same shit that happened in, excuse me, I'm sorry. This is the same stuff that, you know, I'm very aggravated about it. The same stuff that was happening in Standing Rock, and you know, we fought so hard for it, but yet it was inevitable, and it happened, you know, and these are things that we do not need to happen. Yeah, it's been pretty crazy, you know. I haven't gotten harassed or anything yet. You know, the Border Patrol just passed by me. I don't think they want to mess with me, because, well, I have a press pass, and when they see the press pass, they usually get scared and run away. So I've been using my press pass and showing it off to them every time I see a Border Patrol. I'm like, hey, I'm with the press. Can I? And I try and ask to see if I can get a comment or something, but no, they just take off. So I think I'm kind of okay. I gotta give mad shout outs to Native Media Network, because if I didn't have that pass, you know, it might be a different situation. Yeah, it might totally be
super tired.
Yeah,
can't stop
a different
talking.
Situation. You know, I'm just glad that I'm doing okay right now, and you know, I'm so happy that they were able to get us a room here for a few days before I actually head out, and you know, it's.
Wouldn't want to be camping out with the rest.
It's wild because I don't know what today's gonna bring. You know, I don't know what's going on today. Hopefully we have some kind of sit-down camp meetings, and you know, talk about some things, get some info. You know, see different places where we can go check out, see where this machinery's at. That's going to be putting up the wall in the place where it should not be going. Let's just say it that way. You know, it shouldn't be going there. You know, if they're going to put it on the border, they should put it on the border. But we don't want it.
That's the river,
Period.
stupid.
yeah.
It's really wild because, you know what, this is my other half. You know, my other half is from down there, Veracruz, Mexico. So, you know, I want my people to come and migrate. Just what they're doing over here. I'm telling you, it's just like Standing Rock all over again. There's a church. It's everything. It's right there. I'm going to show it to you guys. I'm going to show it to you guys later on today. I'm going to do a walk around. I'm going to go on the camp. I don't know if I'm going to be able to go up onto the levee because, like I said, you go up onto the levee, you'll get arrested. And I don't know where they take you. If they take you to the other side, because if I get in Mexico, oh man, I'm in trouble. I'm in trouble, deep trouble. So I ain't even trying to go over the border because, you know.
Is he wanted?
I don't need to get arrested. But then again, you know, the press, you know, freedom of the press. I don't know what they will, you know, what they would tell me. Maybe I need to go over there and go talk with them and say, hey, what are my limitations here? What am I allowed to do? I'm with the press, and you know, I'd like to stand up on this levee and actually show where the wall is actually going. Get people informed of what is actually happening. You know, are we okay to do that? Are we okay to do that? If we're okay to do that, that'd be great. I would love to like say, hey, like, can I interview some of you border guys? What do you guys think about this whole thing?
Border guys.
I know I talk a lot about doing things in your own community, and I am. I mean, I'm from New Mexico, but I'm here in Texas because I got invited out here to come and see what was going on. But when I do go back and get things reworked out, I'm hoping I will be able to send some support here. And I will go to New Mexico. You know, Las Cruces is really close to the border there, and that's one of the places that I've been wanting to go. That is the place that I want to go and hang out with my brother Saba. You know, and you know, that's where a lot of people go in and out, is out in that Las Cruces area.
In and out.
It's one of the main checkpoints there to get into the border. So I want to go see what's going on over there, see how they're building. I need to get me a drone that will not belong to me.
What?
Will not belong to me. Everything's you know, pretty much paid for. It's got to be all in one package, because once I start putting my information, then everything comes back to me. So I need to make it to where things don't come back to me. So just in case it does get taken away, nobody can get arrested for it. You know, they will just have that. You know, and I will have all the video. Well, most of the video, but most of it will be in the drone. So we need to figure out a lot of things to do. Train some people on flying, unless you're already certified and you fly and you're not worried about having your own drone. I mean, if you just learn the laws, you'll be okay. But for the most part, you know, you got to be very careful. So, you know, it's not like Standing Rock. It's not like Standing Rock.
Yeah.
You know, Standing Rock, they were using rubber bullets, stuff like that. These guys ain't messing around. They're using live rounds. And this is one of the reasons why I don't want to go all the way up to the front just yet, especially if we're doing some protesting. I want to make sure that I'm wearing body armor. Yeah, I would love to raise money to get a drone, and it to be a press drone, and not only that, but get the serial numbers and stuff on it. I just don't want to go to the classes. I mean, I've heard stuff from different people as far as how the classes. It's all about reading damn maps.
Who needs a map?
It's all about reading maps.
Oh my God.
You know, it's got very little bit to do with flying. But I guess you need to know how to read a map. I don't know. Why did they build this equipment where it will automatically come home? You just need to push the button and it'll come home.
You don't need a map.
Why would you need you know, it has sensors, you know, it stays away from things, you know, just be aware. You know, who owns the airspace? Shit, man. You know, why is there so much of stuff and ownership? You know? Why do they think they own the land? They think they own the air. They think they own the water. They think they own the people. They think they own the building. Oh no, I'm not in the hospital.
He's not in the hospital.
Super 8.
You should be.
Super 8.
Yeah, I had to. We had to get rooms here, just because the simple fact is, well, where I come from, we can't be sleeping right next to or we can't be sleeping in the graveyard there, because that's where it is.
Graveyard. You can sleep in the camp.
You know, so I need some warriors. I need some warriors down here. For real. I ain't messing around. They ain't joking around either. They're shooting real bullets.
Real bullets.
Shooting real bullets. Ain't no joke. Nope. Rubber bullet playtime is over. It's game time. It's time to get some stuff done. And who knows? Maybe Myron Dewey. Maybe you'll see this. Maybe you'll come down here. These are indigenous people down here. I know you're all about the indigenous, right? Smoke signals? Don't just go to the border, Myron. Come to where the natives are. Come help them out. Show your support. I know you will. I know you will. I hope he sees this. But just think about how much more greater it would be, you know, if we'd get some of that coverage that they all did in Standing Rock down here, you know.
Standing Rock.
We went up and we helped those people.
That Standing Rock.
Stood up there. Different nations. Why can't we do it down here?
Why not?
Why can't we do it down here? So I would like some people.
Standing Rock 2.0.
I know they know Myron Dewey. I don't believe he's on my friends list. But if there's people that know him, you know,
I've never seen that guy.
come over this way. See what's going on. Burial sites. Come get this footage. Let's get it out there. This ain't no joke.
Hey, Myron, I hope you're watching.
That's right.
I don't know him, but if somebody could tell him,
Yeah.
to go down.
You know, we gotta
I
bring
heard he's on
awareness.
a watch list.
And since I'm from New Mexico, yeah, that's gonna be my thing. I'm gonna go to the New Mexico border. But I came here because there's indigenous people here that are fighting for that space there, where their people
that space there. That's
have been laid to rest, you know, and we don't want to disturb that. Because us as indigenous people, we know what happens when you mess with the spirits. I appreciate all the support. I do appreciate everyone, you know, and my book's out. Sales were pretty all right. You know, I have some money now, a little bit of money, so I can travel. And I met some awesome people that have been following me and that want to help me out. They want to see me succeed. They want to see me do great things. You know, sometimes I'm not always right. You know, and
In the head?
I hope people forgive me. You know,
Give him. What did he do?
because when I am wrong, oh, come on here. I'm not scared to say, yeah, okay, I was wrong.
What did he do?
You know, it's one of the hardest things to do is for a person to admit that they're in the wrong.
What did he's admitting he's
Because
wrong?
they have
about
so much
something?
pride. Yeah.
Oh, is it
I have a
Marcus
lot of
Mitchell
pride.
hoax?
Yeah.
But when I'm wrong, I'm wrong.
Is he going to admit that? What's he admitting to?
I don't know. This must be another little piece that's going to
Yep.
come in a second.
And, you know, while I was down here, the live feeding, that's what I was doing. I was waiting for breakfast.
Oh, okay.
Waiting
It wasn't
for
that you were
breakfast because I'm hungry. I need to eat, but I just
super high.
can't eat. Only at certain times I can eat.
What?
I mean, if you look at it, this is breakfast. A waffle.
Okay.
And you got some fruit here.
And
some
he's
bread,
not hungry.
little cinnamon things.
That's an odd combination.
Or you got this.
He's been waiting
I mean,
up
I've been to other
to eat. He's not hungry.
Motel 8s where they actually have more variety of stuff.
Okay.
I don't know what's going on. So, I mean, like, I'm not even really hungry to eat any of this now. You know, I'm just going to eat me some toast. I'm like,
oh, he's making me hungry.
What the fuck happened? You know, I mean, I see they have plates here. They have a microwave. I don't know what we're supposed to cook in there.
That's pretty nice.
I guess the tongs must be for that.
Bagels? No. Waffles. Pretty nice.
I'm upset. I'm upset about it.
What?
You know, the guy seen me sitting down here and he seen me looking over here like I was ready to eat. And I was like, oh, it don't open until 6:30, so they have a little time. You know, they have a little time before they do anything. And, you know, I mean, oh, wow. Okay, yeah.
You know of hotels that are open 24-hour and kitchens?
Yeah.
I'm asking. Even the ones with bars.
I mean, I was hungry at 6 o'clock. And this thing didn't open until 6:30. And it really didn't open and wasn't ready until, almost 7 o'clock. And you know what's even crazier? The guy didn't even tell me, hey, everything's ready, you're good to go. I just went about his business doing his thing, even though he knew I was here waiting to come in here
yeah, I bet he
to
was
get something
the
to
whole
eat.
time.
And now I'm not even hungry no more. I mean, I'm hungry, but I can't explain it to you. I'm just upset. I'm really upset.
It's unexplainable behavior.
I get irritated.
Yeah.
People haven't seen this part of me yet. People haven't really seen the irritated Orlando where, you know, I will, you know, let things be known. And I try and do it in the humblest of ways as I possibly can right now because I don't need more stress. This is one of the hardest things, you know, is eating. Just because of all the stuff that's happened to me, all the trauma. PTSD is no fucking joke.
He has PTSD?
I guess.
From what?
I'm not diabetic. It's just my eating habits. I only can eat at certain times.
When you're not on meth?
Yeah.
I don't like to try and make myself
when you come down.
eat. You know?
Allegedly. He seems like he's on something. I don't know.
But this is what I'm doing right now. I'm making myself eat, even though everything just tastes blah. I don't know if you guys understand, but it doesn't taste like food. It doesn't taste like substance. And some of you people that know me, you know, sometimes I can't even sleep, you know. I feel like I suffer from insomnia. I you know.
Could it be something else?
And other people out there, they would say, "Oh no, he's a tweaker. Oh no, he's doing meth."
Yep.
I'm not.
It would be a good guess, right?
I don't even know nobody here to even acquire that, you know.
Oh, that's what's keeping you.
That's the problem.
That's the last thing on my mind. You know, I'm all about love and saving lives, not destroying them.
I don't even know who to buy from.
You know, it's just
That's right.
I mean, maybe there's pros and cons to why I got my my gifts. I got my gifts, but I have to suffer in another way. I've been thinking about a lot of things, and I've been thinking about a lot of things that have been happening here, where I'm at right now. People don't know, you know. And I'm wondering what's going on in New Mexico at the border. What are they doing right there? That's my next mission.
Oh dear God. Did you fall asleep? What's going on?
But I came because I was, you know, I was needed. Everyone else didn't have a driver's license, and I was the only one that was able to drive.
Only one.
Everybody else has a
Okay.
revoked license.
Like, okay,
Uh,
okay.
he was the driver.
Mm-hmm.
Think about that. Let that sink in.
And then we just decided to leave. I didn't pack clothes, you know. I just only packed my merchandise because I thought I would, you know, sell out pretty much. But I didn't sell out, but I did make money, and that's the good thing, and it's gonna help me. And I still have stuff left over,
What's happening to him?
so I need to go and make more.
Is he burping or puking or what's going on? Ugh. Ugh.
I can't do it. I can't do it.
Thank
Can't
God.
eat no more.
I don't want to see you eat anymore.
It's bad enough.
It's horrible
I'm just,
for both of us.
Yeah.
And then not only that, but that dude pissed me off. That dude got me upset because I went up to him right at 6:30.
Dude, you're not even
And I
hungry.
said, "No breakfast? Breakfast?" I know he understood what I said. He speaks English.
What?
Oh yeah, let me go get it ready.
There he is,
I
yawning.
don't really get like this too much, but
Seems like you get like
when it
this
does,
quite
it
often.
hits me pretty bad. And
You can't hear this very well.
it just makes me want to eat those foods that are not good for me. That's what it is, just because
Oh, that's what it is.
in my mind, that's what tastes so good, and I know I'll have substance in me, but I have to eat the good stuff. I have to eat good food.
Mm-hmm. And
I need to start taking better care of myself. That's what it is.
That's why he's awake so
I
early.
need to start taking better care of me.
He is messed up on something.
I mean, I'm alive. I mean, it's just all the stress and everything that's going on in the world. I guess it's really starting to hit me hard, you know. And being part of the event and, you know, seeing what's going on, it's kind of like things are getting re-triggered again, you know. Things with Standing Rock and what they were doing, and that was just 2 years ago, you know.
Oh my God, he is so messed up. Look at his, he can't even focus.
It's so
his
hard.
eyes.
It's
It's so hard.
kind of like all I can do.
What? Is he speaking in tongues?
It's all I can do.
Holy crap, what's happening? It's a demon taking over his body.
He's possessed.
What's going on? Oh my God. Is he dead?
I wish there was more people that would come down here
I don't think that's a good idea.
just to see.
That? Oh my God,
Who
what's he doing
knows?
with
He
his
might
eyes?
not want to leave.
Oh my God, what is he doing with his eyes? I can't see. I can't watch this. Oh my God.
He's back.
It's hard.
It's
I'm gonna
hard.
try. I'm gonna try and go to bed. Get a little rest. Okay. I don't know what the plans are. I'm gonna get a hold of some people.
Oh, that was so creepy.
That was very creepy.
Good morning, everybody. Yeah, I'm up early. I was so used to it. It's like my inner clock.
Inner clock.
My inner clock. I'm eating cereal. I'm pretty hungry. Just haven't been able to eat too much. You know, the hospitality's been great. Everything is just. Haven't been able to eat too much the past couple of days.
Wonder why.
You know, I want to say it's a lot of the stuff that's going on here. I'm worried.
Protesting.
Maybe that's what it is. I just,
Sure. That's it. That's the ticket.
Because I know I can't be down there. It's really odd. You know that, but I mean it's my tradition, and you know we don't
Can't be at the camp.
sleep around graveyards.
That's my.
Say what's up to my brother at camp. He's on right now. He's actually staying at camp. I hope things are going okay over there. You know, he's been watching over the fire. He's been doing a lot of stuff over there while he's been here. He's going to be here for a few weeks. He's a drone pilot too, so I'm glad that he's there. He brought his drone, and we have a camp drone too, so we're trying to get that worked out. And get an iPad for it or a phone, so that stays with that equipment. And you know, that was awesome. He brought up that idea. To get that, because I was ready to go fly it, but you know, you link your phone to it, and then you have to pretty much relink the phone that's going to be with it later on. So you know, mad kudos, mad props to my brother Bobby. One of the things that was different from Standing Rock in this camp is the organization. You know, the supply tent, you would go into the supply tent at Standing Rock and there's just stuff everywhere. Here, it's all on shelves. Until later on, I remember at Standing Rock, you could go up and you had to stop right at the front, and there was somebody that met you and said, hey, what do you need? What can we get for you? We'll see if we have it here. And they'd go in the back and go look around, and if they had it, they'd bring it to you. If not, it was what it was. But here, there's you know, the stuff is all there. You know, and there's a lot of stuff that's brand new that's not even opened yet, because there's not enough people occupying the camp. Because we need security. Security is a big thing. We want those women there to be safe, to feel safe.
There's not only enough
that,
people
but
at the camp, but
you know,
we need more
they
people.
could come over at any time. There's a lot of brush there. You couldn't really see on the other side of the levee. You have to actually go up on top to see what's going on around. You know, but luckily we have Bobby there, and he just go and fly the drone. He was telling me a story the other day. There was a car that was parked down the ways, so they went to go investigate, and they used the drone. So yes, drones can do some amazing things. What is sovereignty? What is sovereignty? I talked about this, so you know. Okay, sovereignty. Your freedom to roam wherever you want. Your ancestral land. You should be able to go wherever you want. That's sovereignty.
I don't think
no government assistance.
He thinks it means.
When I can fly my nation's flag as high as the U.S. Sovereignty.
I don't think that's what that means.
No.
What is the law? The only law is the law of the land. Why are we here? Remember why you're here. to protect the land, not to destroy it. This is why we're here. You want to be sovereign? You need to cut yourself off. No social security card. Even with your tribal affiliation, having that number, that's how the government tracks you. If you are a federally recognized tribe, yeah, you're federally recognized by the U.S. government. They recognize you. But are we sovereign? Please, anybody, would you feel free to answer that?
Someone should answer it.
Because if you have any one of those things implemented, I'm going to use big words now, implemented, if you have those implemented in your tribe.
Implemented.
Yes.
You are not sovereign. You know,
Yes, sir.
get away from the colonization. So, okay, so if I do that, I'm going to throw the phone away. No more live feeds.
Good.
You know.
Please.
Please, please. No more live
It's a
feeds,
piece of
please.
colonization right there. But what would we do without it? People around the world would not get the information that they need. You know, so it's kind of hard to give up a lot of those things as I see it. But as for me, I could do it. I could live without it. So please share it out. Dee Dee, I don't know if you've actually, can you please go to my page and go check it out and go look and see? I know you can do a little networking for me or PR work.
Dee Dee Banerjee.
You probably even want to talk about it. Maybe I can get you in touch with the people down here. That way you can do a live stream broadcast and kind of ask them a little bit of what's going on here. Because there are marked grave burial sites there that they want to uproot and just, you know, they want to move them. The families don't want it. The families own that land there. Where they're actually putting that border wall is 1.5 miles north of the border. And at some of these other camps, it's a lot scarier because, Dee Dee, they're messing with real bullets. This is not Standing Rock rubber bullets. So I need gear here if I want to go over there, because I'm not going to go step up there in front of live ammo without having some type of protection.
Face off with
A bulletproof vest. As they say down there, it's getting pretty scary, you know. And our people have been migrating for a long time. So I need my other people's assistance. I need my other people's help. So whoever can help me, help me out. So Dee Dee, I just let you in on a little bit more insight of what's actually going on. Yeah, vests. You know,
vests.
That you know, because I had that stuff when I was in Standing Rock, and when I left that stuff. Because I had no need for it when I was going home, because it wasn't like that.
It wasn't like that. People weren't shooting on him on the way home.
Yeah.
But he had a vest.
Yeah.
But he left it at Standing
And then, you know, I'm kind of wondering, you know, depending on what kind of weapons they have, are the vests going to stop those bullets?
Yeah, it's a good question.
If you were to get shot. You know, if they're using high-powered rounds, that vest ain't going to do crap. That bullet's going to go right through it. And you want me to tell you how I know? Do you want me to tell you how I know?
Not
Yes.
really.
Yes, I do. I do.
Because I used to be that little crazy kid. Oh yeah, I don't care, I got a gun, I'll shoot you. That used to be me. We would go and buy bulletproof vests when I was not such a good person. I ain't gonna lie to you all. I'm here to spread the truth, tell the truth.
Oh, sure.
I was not a good person. I was in a bad place. So we, you know,
This one
we
I
would
believe.
go out buy body armor because we wanted to see if it was going to penetrate just in case we ever encountered the police. And yeah, we know they wear bulletproof vests. So we went out and we got Army issued bulletproof vests. We put them on water tanks, you know, out a little ways. And we started shooting them with our AKs. Yeah, I had an AK. I had an AK with a laser sight, a tripod, a 75 round drum on it. And that was my muscle. If I ever, you know, had trouble with somebody or whatever, I'd be all like, what are you gonna do? No, wait right here, I'll be right back. And I'd go get the gun and they'd be freaking out. Like, oh dude, I'm totally sorry. Yeah, because I'm about to take your life. I used to be that person. Standing Rock. A big movement. Something that really opens your eyes as to what's going on. Will change a lot of those things. But you know,
that's what changed him?
I still had guns, but you know, I wasn't always thinking in that mind frame.
Oh wow.
So please go to the page, get in contact with some of these people. If you can, please, Dee Dee, if you can. You know, I know you have a different type of audience out there. And, you know, I know you're going to put in work. I know you're going to do research and do a little reading up on it. But this tribe is not federally recognized by the U.S. government. You know, they show all the signs of being sovereign. Not like a lot of other tribes out here, you know, that still get government assistance, that cannot fly their flag higher than any other flag. Because if it is your own nation, you should be able to fly your flag as high as you want. The government recognized us to do that, but yet they want to take things back. They want to try and silence us. They tried to annihilate us. They tried to make us extinct. But they failed. They couldn't do it. So now they have to live with all of that. So what's with the bills? What's with the resolutions? You know, that's all pish posh. Pish posh, I call it pish posh.
Fish push.
But yeah, once we get away from all the government stuff, we govern our own selves. We grow our own food. We live off our land, the land that they let us have. When we're the ones that greeted them and said, yes, come and eat with us. Come and sit with us. Come and learn with us. Hell no, you guys took advantage. You wanted it all. You ruined it. And now what is Mother Earth doing? I don't know if you guys are seeing these earthquakes, hurricanes, all this. You know, there's a hurricane kind of close to where I'm at right now.
Oh no. Is he coming to get him? God.
And Mother Earth ain't messing around. Mother Earth ain't messing around. I was telling these people, you know, a long time ago, all the continents, they were all together as one. None of us were around to see what that looked like, but I guarantee you it was probably like a giant turtle. Till one day Mother Earth got fed up with it and said, I'm going to break it up into pieces and see if you can take care of these little pieces of land. And she broke apart. We have the United States, we have Canada, we have South America, we have Asia, we have all these different places. Think about it, people. Really, think about it. Do you want to become sovereign? You can. Give up all your government assistance. Quit your job. Quit paying Uncle Sam. Unfortunately, yeah, I need that colonized money to get from one point to the other on that plane.
Oh, yeah.
You know?
Flip flop. We're not sovereign. I need that colonized.
So please go to my page. Go check out those links. Watch some of those videos.
Donate.
Please. Dee Dee, please, if you can. I'm asking nicely. Please. Because I need to be able to get out there and do things. So Please tune in. Get some more people out there. Share it out. Spread the love. Love is the key. It is, really. We can start loving more. The world will be a better place. We just don't need to love the government. For sure. I love you all. And I hope you all have a blessed day. And thank you for all the prayers. For all the prayers. I'm starting to feel a lot more better. And it's because of you people. Really it is. And you guys can see that. I know it. You guys can feel that. Feel that awesome energy. It's like...
Oh no, I thought he was doing better. He just said he was so
I'm so blessed to be able to do this for you all.
Oh, that took a dark turn.
It's very emotional.
What is going on?
But I'm glad that I'm able to do this. I'm happy that I'm able to show you all the real me.
This is the real you, huh?
And that I do have love. And that's what we need to be doing more of. I know some people are probably going to say, why are you crying?
Yeah.
Because it's some very powerful medicine. It's a very powerful medicine.
What did he say he's taking? What's he on?
I'm not sure.
And
It's very powerful.
The medicine.
The medicine. Is
I just don't know why. Singing. I love to do it.
Oh.
The certain style. Now, yeah. I'm as real as they get. I'm human. I show emotion. That's what's real. I couldn't do a lot of things without you all. People that watch me. I couldn't do a lot of things without you guys sharing it out. And showing people what's really going on in this world and the destruction that's being caused. But I'm only one person. But if we come together, we can be many. We can be many.
Is he sad?
Because I was like at times in Standing Rock, where I just wanted to tell everybody, let's just rise up. Let's rise up and just take them hostage. We have bargaining chips now with the U.S. government if we take them hostage.
Oh my God.
What the hell's going on?
We needed to bring to light to these people what was going on.
He's scaring me. Hostages. Oh my God. We'll have bargaining chips. Did you see the look in his eyes?
Yeah.
Oh my God.
I mean, there's a lot to still be done here, and I haven't got quite everything done yet that I need to finish. I might stay another day or so. Anybody got any body armor? Because this new camp that it's not new. It's just we're gonna be putting more people there. There's some people that are probably going to need some Kevlar vests.
Why?
I was talking with one of my brothers the other night, Bobby, and he was working security. He is security over there at the camp, and the cartels were shooting.
Bobby Leonard.
The cartels were shooting the other night. So they're shooting the live rounds, AK-47. I mean, I've been looking up different things. How far does a bullet travel? What's the velocity? If it's shot at an angle, and how far does it actually go before it starts?
Forget about that. What about the cartel?
Going down, because when you shoot a bullet, it goes it kind of arches, and it goes down. So, I mean, if they're shooting it way high in the sky, and bullets usually go about, almost a mile, half a mile. You have to actually read on the back of the actual cartridges, depending on how much grain they put in the actual bullets, determines on how far the projectile is going to go. But we're not in that area just yet where it's scary, but we'd like to get things situated for that.
Situated for that?
Things like this, it's serious. It's serious. It's not a joke. I mean, okay, so take for instance the other day when we went to the refuge. I did something that I probably shouldn't have done. So as we were driving through the refuge, we're taking pictures of us driving as kind of like a convoy. We have a lot of people in the back of the truck, the lead truck that's in front of us, and that's the picture they're taking pictures of that vehicle. And as we're doing that, I'm getting pretty happy. I'm like, yeah, convoy, woo woo. So I started honking the horn, and they look at me. They're all like, hey, you shouldn't be doing that here. I was all like, why? And I didn't even think about it. But, like, some places along the border, that's what they do. The people are hidden in the grass and the trees right there. And there's these roads that you go, and the coyotes, I guess what they call them, they will go in their vehicles, honk their horn, they'll come out,
Coyotes?
and they'll jump in the ride, and they'll take off and try and get them across the border. When I did that, I thought it was just kidding. Sure enough, once dang, way back there, we seen some people running. And they were wet. So that's the thing, that they crossed across the Rio Grande over there because their clothes were still wet. And I guess they thought we were there to pick them up, but that wasn't our
Imagine
thing.
that.
It was probably it was a little trippy. But
is this guy describing them?
we went to go get poles for the inipi that they're going to build out here. The one thing that I would love for me for this camp that I can use, it would just be a fully loaded, ready to go drone. A fully loaded, ready to go drone with the pad, controller, extra batteries, all the extras. Because here pretty soon things are gonna be going crazy. So we're gonna have to put the actual ID on it. I want to have it. I want that to be the press. I want that to be the press drone. So, like I said, a lot of stuff is going on with what's going on with the border. The other night, the cartels were shooting. So, it was kind of a little crazy for some of the people at camp. People aren't used to that.
Orlando is.
So I'm just we're just trying to figure out how to pay for our room because a few of us individuals, we cannot stay at the camp itself, and the other camp is about 4 hours away. So that's a pretty long drive, but we can't stay at the camp because of our religious beliefs. And it's sad because all these other people are holding up space for us there, and we can't be part of that even in the evening time, where my people come from and where a couple other individuals people come from. There's something to do with you can't be laying in close to graveyards. That's what it is. There's a cemetery right there, Other people, they can do that because they don't have the spiritual beliefs that we do. It's powerful stuff. Can't let this stuff affect me. different tribes, different religions.
They also really
if you know anybody, if you know any people that are down to come down here, or if you know anybody that, because I know you know some people, but if you know some people where we could get body armor, helmets, these are necessities that we need down here, because Standing Rock, you could survive a lot of that stuff. Here, you get hit with a bullet, unless someone's helping you out and they get you to a hospital, they're not messing around here. It's not a freaking joke. It's not. I want to get some people, that were part of the Standing Rock movement. Some celebrities to come down here and see what's going on and
Hollywood?
use their platform. I want them to use their platform to bring awareness as to what's going on down here at the border, and where they're actually trying to build this border wall. Like I said, they're building that wall.
They're building the wall
about 1.5 miles north of the actual border. And we actually seen some people the other day running. The border patrol's out. The border patrol's out everywhere.
Yeah.
They're watching.
They should be.
I think they even freaked out when we were driving.
hilarious.
And we had everybody sitting in the back. But everybody that was sitting in the back, they were Caucasian. They were white. They're our white allies that are there at the camp. They were sitting in the back of the truck, and yeah, sure, the border patrol is freaking out. Oh my God, they're taking a whole truckload. But once we crossed over the levee, took a right turn, we're in the refuge. We're in the refuge, and they can't do nothing there. They have no jurisdiction there. So that's kind of our little safety point, and that's where a lot of things are going to be happening and going down, that's for sure. You know, there's all these big time famous people that got a lot of money.
Francis.
They got a lot of money. They can't take that shit with them, so you might as well use some of it and spend it.
Francis,
and,
you want your money.
You know, helping people out
Francis
to live.
Fisher.
That are actually fighting for you to be chilling over there where you're at. You know, and a lot of these people, they've been on the front lines. They came and they acted out, for sure. Some of them even got arrested. You know, so we'd like to get those different individuals involved in what's going on, you know, what's really going on.
And there's more. More eating.
More eating. Looks like home.
Most definitely have a lot going on. Got to see what's up today. Got to finish up at the Butterfly Center.
This is Orlando Cruz.
That's right.
Media Network News. Or so he claims. A so-called
But yeah, I just got up, ate breakfast.
He's always up.
I'm eating a lot more.
Trying to eat. Can never eat.
Oh, it's I'm feeling a little more at ease here now.
Last time he said that, he started crying. I'm just waiting. I was like,
you know, it's just
I'm feeling a lot better now.
now that I got to sleep a little bit and rest my brain and really think about things, you know. But yesterday, while we were at the Butterfly Center, the Border Patrol was watching. We were just on the other side of the fence, sitting there. You know, multiple units, watching and seeing what was going on, what we're doing. You know, I'd really love to go up to them and ask them if I could interview them. I'd really like to ask them what are their thoughts on
You're not concerned about that?
this whole situation. I know it's their job, what they're doing. But, I want to get their take on it. What do they think about it?
Maybe you should try it.
Are they just doing it just because they need a job? To survive? It's their job, but still that don't justify that. I'd like to get their family. I'd like to find out who all these Border Patrol people are.
What?
And get their family and get them down here with us.
Get their family?
And show them, hey, this is what's going on. Don't know if your family's been telling you what's going on with their job and what they do. Keeping you informed.
What the hell?
But I guarantee you, a lot of their people would be pissed off. A lot of their families would be pissed off at what they're doing. But yes, things are okay. The cartel wasn't shooting up anything last night, so things were good. You got the sweat lodge done over at the Butterfly Center.
Damn.
And they're starting to occupy it. They're starting to set up. But if you go over there, you got to make sure you're prepared. Not only that, but you're going to have to sign a waiver. Make sure you read over that waiver.
What?
Because the border is just right there. Right as that
What does it have
Butterfly
to do?
Center road ends right there.
What
Then you
does
go up
it
over the levee. That's where it's supposed to be, right there.
Yes.
There's always Border Patrol sitting right there.
Mm-hmm.
And you cruise down the road a little ways, there'll be another Border Patrol sitting there. And then when you get to almost at the end of the road, they'll be
Yes, we
turned
know how the
around
border
facing
works.
the other way.
What about the waiver?
I'm trying to make things happen.
Things.
I felt like I really had to be here for a couple more days, and people made sure that I was here for a couple more days. Because they know what I'm doing, and they want me to do that. And I need you all the people to go check it out. Go to my page.
Check what out?
Go check it out. See some of these interviews that they did,
So this is a reporter, supposedly, with a media pass from Native Media Network. Those people gave this guy a press pass.
But yeah, just
you got lost again.
thinking about this morning, and what we need to do and what we need to get accomplished
Supposedly
today.
he's reporting at the border.
Yeah, I would most definitely love to get some more interviews in.
He hasn't interviewed anybody that I could see. Who's he interviewed? He's always yawning, but doesn't
And
sleep.
do some more cool videos.
Cool videos.
Like I said, over here at camp, a lot of things going on, and we need to get things prepared. We're already doing things. I think wood chopping is most definitely on the agenda for today. I don't know exactly when they're going to want to do sweat, but when they do, they're going to need wood for sweat. So when it comes time for you all to come and stand up, really, when it comes time for you all to stand up, who are you going to be on? The government side, or are you going to be for the people? Really think about it. Because I'm trying my hardest. To find out who all these different individuals are and get their families here to stand right next to us and say, all right, these are your family members. This is what they're doing. This is what they're doing right here. They're desecrating all these burial sites right here. They want to bulldoze it. What do you all think? Do you think that they're doing the right thing? Some of them might have their opinion and say, oh, yeah, well, you know, as long as you go a certain way. No, Those people have been put to rest there. They do not need to be disturbed. You disturb them, some shit's going to happen. I guarantee it. You know, people don't understand about the spirit world and stuff like that. You start fucking with it. Oh, I'm sorry. Excuse me. I get heated sometimes. You start messing with it. You start messing with it for real. It ain't no joke. It is not no joke. And if you guys don't believe me, well, hey, after we built the sweat last night, they took a picture of me when I was singing. And you can just see them all over. Big, huge streaks. My ancestors were there with us. I can't explain it. I can't. All I know is I seen it. That's it. And it's, I believe it's my profile photo.
I think he's seeing things because he's not getting enough sleep and think maybe he's on something.
So yeah, I'm gonna be here for a few more days. And like I said, I just got to say thank you to, you know, the people that took care of the room for us just so I could be here another day, and a few other people that are staying here. You know, and like I said,
I don't know for sure.
Veterans out there really think about it. You know, and just think about the stuff that they put you through.
Does this seem like normal behavior?
All that different stuff,
No,
boot camp, all that.
No.
Boot camp, that's not, you know, it shouldn't be called boot camp. It should be called programming camp. That's what it should be called, programming camp. Because they're programming you to do their bidding. You know, they say all these different people are veterans because they go so far, they go to war. Well, you know what? I went to the most awesomest battlefield ever, Shedi Shakoan, Standing Rock.
Oh, yeah.
I call myself a veteran because I went to a war with no weapon. My weapons, I guess you could say, were my hand drum and my phone. Those were my weapons of choice when I was in Standing Rock.
What a veteran is.
Those are the weapons of my choice when I went to Standing Rock. You know, it's just like how some of them say, you know, you go and you face that enemy and you count coup on him. Pretty much what we did there. They had guns, they had all kinds of things, mace, to try and stop us. But we still stood there. We still stood there.
Okay.
So that's what I think a real veteran is. A person that can go to war without a weapon but prayer. Prayer was my weapon.
Prayer.
Can you do me better than that? I own nothing. Not even this. Yeah, somebody may have bought it for me and gifted it to me, you know, but all this shit can just get taken away just like that.
Wow.
That fast.
Amazing.
Things can be destroyed just like that fast. Especially people don't think about those things, you know. And I'm sorry if, you know, some people might get upset at some of the things that I say, but hey, I'm speaking mine, you know. Right? Your government wrote this Constitution, says I have a right to speak, freedom of speech. Your government wrote it. It's not my government. I'm from a reserve where they federally recognize us as a tribe, and we're supposed to be a sovereign nation. But we're not. The people that I'm fighting with right here, right now, they are. They're not federally recognized. The government doesn't recognize them as a tribe.
They're the sovereign ones.
That's right.
Fascinating.
They don't get government assistance.
Are you learning? Is everyone learning with me?
They have their own territorial land, and they're fighting for it. And if everyone would just listen to my message, they would know love is the key. There ain't nothing else. If we could all love more,
all we need is
the world
love.
would be a beautiful place. Let me tell you, there was no soldiers, the world would be a better place. We don't need soldiers, we need warriors. That's what we need. We don't need soldiers. We need warriors.
Right?
The ones that can decide what's right or wrong and not have to listen to that one man. I'm just letting you know, and I'm stating, you are property of the U.S. government if you work for them.
Not free.
No.
Oh no.
And do you want to be part of another genocide if it happens?
Wow.
Because that's how things are going to go down. I am not kidding you.
I got ugly fast.
Genocide.
Genocide. You say genocide? Is that what he said?
You want to try and wipe us out? You can't. We're still here. We're going to remain here.
Are you aware?
We're trying to live with everybody.
It's happening right now, Duke.
Trying to show you how to live together. But all y'all just wanted to do is take. That's what the government is. That's what they use all those people for. Why do you think they train you to do different kinds of things? Because they want you to get good at those things. So when it comes time to take, hey, we got the expert right here to do it. And you're so happy about, oh, yes, I want to do my job. Yes. Yeah, I'm going to try my best to get the most out of it. Not even thinking about it. Oh, shit, I'm hurting the land. Oh, shit, I'm hurting the people.
Dude, you said it twice.
Yeah.
Mark it on your clock.
So wake up, everybody. Wake up. I'm sorry, but you know what? I'm getting really upset, and I know I don't cuss on my live feeds, but things are starting to come out, and it's just the real of it. That's just how I feel as an individual. And shit gets me choked up sometimes. I feel like crying. Because there's so much hurt in this world.
Uh-oh, he's going to cry again.
So much atrocity. And it's all in the hands of the government. All in the hands of the government, not the people. The government's the one that's doing this crap.
Okay, it's the government now?
Yeah.
I'm very angry.
Yeah, the government.
Okay.
And I need more people. I need more people to come and stand up. I need more people to come and stand up. But you just can't come down here. You got to check in. You got to check in.
Where?
We just don't want people coming down here. We want people to check in, and because we just don't want anybody here. We want the real deal here. We ain't bullshitting over here.
Damn.
And you're putting your life on the line. Remember that. You're putting your life on the line. Shit can happen. I'm going to be frank with you. I'm going to be real with you. Shit can happen. I'm down in Mexico, pretty close to Mexico, the border.
Almost crossed to Mexico.
And we need to open our eyes. Let's stand up. What's the government going to do? You think they're going to try and kill us all?
I hope not.
What are your family members that are in the service going to think when the government tries to kill the people? What do you think they're going to do? Maybe that's what it's going to take for them to snap and realize, oh shit, they're killing my own family. Fuck, I don't want to fight for the government.
Potty mouth.
I got to fight for my family. They're going to kill my family. I'm going to have nothing. So yeah, you know, all you service people, if you have family that's in the service, ask them that question. Would you go to a war with no weapon but prayer? That's the most powerfulest weapon you could carry. Prayer.
And why did you have an AK-47?
And like I said, you go to my page and there's a special picture that got taken when I was in that prayer. And you'll see it for yourself. They just don't show up like that. There was a reason they wanted to be seen. So go see them.
See them.
Who knows, maybe one day you'll get lucky enough to catch that type of essence.
Catch what?
Because they don't show themselves like that very often.
What's essence, honey?
Unless something good is happening and you're doing good things. So this is why I believe they showed themselves to us.
Who? Or got to spirits?
I had all night to think about it. Why would they pick me? Why would they do this for me?
Because you're special.
Am I doing what they want me to do? Am I following that right path for the people?
I would say no.
I think I am.
Oh, okay. My bad.
And that's why they made their presence seen there.
He's the chosen one.
That shit happened to me in Oshedi too. This guy kept taking pictures. He's getting
Is
mad
this the second coming of Christ?
because there was these things all over on his screen. He could not explain it.
Oh.
And I looked at it and I said, dude, you don't even know what you got there, bro. And I told him. And his hair rose up on his arms. She was like, whoa. I was all, but it's a good thing. Otherwise, they want to let you see them. It's a good thing. It's a blessing. They're blessing you, man. They let you see them. They don't do that. They don't do that.
He speaks to the spirits.
To see that energy all over the damn place there. All over. It's how powerful that medicine was there. Standing Rock. It was, if you guys didn't see it, if your guys didn't get your eyes open there, fuck, I don't know what to tell you. Because that was a big fucking atrocity that happened. Is it going to have to take something like a whole tribe gets wiped out for us to start snapping and seeing what's really going on? When you sign that piece of paper, that's what it is. They own you. They own you for the rest of your life.
What is he talking about?
I don't know. He lost to me.
Even though you retire and you become a vet. If they ask something of you, they asked of you to do something and you're a veteran, I'm pretty sure you're going to get up and do it. Because you're already programmed to do that shit. Listen. Oh, they told me to. Yo. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Nah. Bullshit.
What was that? Oh my god. This guy's so unstable.
And you know, a lot of people are not going to agree. They're going to say, well, we went to war and we fought for the country and that's why you're here. And no, I'm still going to be here regardless. It doesn't matter if you went over there or not. It's your fault for being dumb. It's your fault for signing with the government and saying, oh yeah, let me be your little puppet. Let me take a bullet. Let me take a bullet.
Damn.
You know, I hear a lot of these stories when these soldiers come home after they get shot. Some of them don't even get the respect and stuff that they should get. All these different medals that they should be receiving, their family should be receiving, they don't get that shit. You have to be a high-ranking officer to get all that shit. That's real.
This guy is so crazy. And wrong. Also wrong.
You have to do amazing things to get recognized. Why can't you just do things? Why can't you just do things? Why does it have to be something where you get recognized? You know.
Said the guy on live streams.
But we got to think about it. It's the people.
Pretending to be
It's the people that voted for him.
saying he's media.
If all of us would have really stood up, I mean, like, I don't vote.
All of us
Not
would
my
just stand up.
president.
Not me, though.
That's right.
Nope, not for what he did to our people.
What did
You know, if people really wanted to make change, they could have made it happen. Why do we even have a president? What the hell? We could survive without that.
Sure, why not? Let's just throw the country into anarchy.
No, and if
Exactly.
you got people that are in the service, call them. Ask them those questions. Would they be on your side? They fight with you, or would they fight against you? They're all brainwashed. It's real. That's what they do when they put them in there. Some of them don't even know they're probably chipped. That's how the government keeps track of them. Government, nasty. That's why I don't like going to the doctors. I don't get shots because you don't know what's in there.
Oh my
They
God.
can have tiny, tiny micros,
He's an anti-vaxxer.
Micros.
tracking devices, and inject it in you, and it stays in you. So they know where you're at all the time. I don't like to go to the dentist,
Yeah.
We can tell.
especially if they put you under. Shit. Who knows what the hell they're putting in you?
Dude,
Really think
What's
about
devices?
things, people.
Devices,
Really
whatever
think
that
about
was.
things. Open your
the blue thing
eyes.
that he said, devices. What's
See
that?
those things.
You were a phlebotomist. You should know what that is. What is that? Devices or what? What did he say?
Devices. I don't
No,
know.
he made up a word.
I don't know what it is.
Hanging out with Miss Felicia from the movie Friday.
Friday. I missed it.
She's famous.
Ooh, Hollywood's arrived, huh?
She looks better in person than she did on the actual movie. She looks way better in person.
You're gonna get all kinds of people like, oh shit,
Fridays.
how'd you meet her?
Yeah, I know. She's sitting right here. You know, you can hear her voice. I want to show her, but yeah, she's busy working. So, you know, we're just hanging out, working, while well, not my boss, but her boss is upstairs.
My boss? I'm pretty sure she's both my bosses.
No, not my boss. Just like I
my
say,
only boss is
not
spirit.
not my president. And I've been dying to do this for a minute now, but you know, like things were going on, had to get sweat ready, you know, all kinds of other stuff that was going on, and I needed help out. And
Lisa Rodriguez was one. Kim Whitley.
we can all learn from each other. That's for sure, because you know I was kind of waiting to leave, but we couldn't actually leave until everything was done, and they were just kind of going a little slow and trying to figure out how to get it done. And I just went over there, started throwing all the branches around the whole thing. I said, "Hey, you guys, just hold it right here." I cut all the strings real quick, threw them by each area where we're gonna fasten them to, and we all got together and I did one, showed them how to tie it real quick, and then another guy went to the next one. People were holding it, and we got it done in like 10 minutes. And you know, they'd probably be starting on where they didn't finish today if I didn't jump in there and finish it up. And we finally finished it up. Yeah, some awesome things happen. Some awesome things are happening at that place. You know, and I can't wait to go over there and sing over there. I'm just wondering what the Border Patrol is going to do. I hope I don't scare them too bad. They'd be all like, the Indians are coming, the Indians are coming. I thought we annihilated them. No. Silent arrows gonna be coming through them trees. You ain't gonna hear us coming. All you're gonna hear is the Navajo mating call. I'm trying to get some other people here, some other celebrities, and that's why I'm going. So for those of you that don't know, yeah, I know some celebrities. But I'd really like to get a hold of Taboo from the Black Eyed Peas.
That's right.
I know Willie's not really feeling good up into the weather right now. You know, he's been having some issues and stuff, but it would have been great to have Willie down here too. You know, we need all these different people. We need all these different people that are in the public eye, you know, that can really get the message out there more. Because, you know, paparazzi's going to be out here. You know, all kinds of people are going to come when celebrities come.
Oh, the celebrities.
And that's what we need to draw attention here.
Okay.
And to what's going on, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And if you guys don't know, go to my profile. Go look at my picture.
Same thing
I'm
they
telling
did
you.
with Standing Rock.
They're here. They're here with us. They showed themselves. You can't see them with the naked eye, but you can catch them on film if you take a picture at the right time. And a picture got taken at the right time. I got Felicia over here to thank for that. Well, I mean, it started with Juan first.
You gotta tell the whole story.
I gotta tell the whole story, otherwise I'm gonna get backlash on it. So, okay,
Your
Juan.
boss is gonna be out here like.
Yeah. Who's boss? Your boss. I get backlash. I mean, she's my friend. I respect her and all, but shoot, she shouldn't be doing that to me. She should be just showing me love and saying, yeah. But anyway, it was Juan that said, "Where's your camera? Take a picture." Stacey's up, grabs her phone out. She's too cold. Here, Felicia, take the picture. So Felicia takes the picture and boom! Everybody's seen it. Yeah, they're there. Spirits. And May 10th, I believe I'm supposed to be in Cruz also. I'm on the flyer. Is that correct, Saba? I hope so. Yeah, you should put that out there too. You know, come check us out down there. How many of you out there want to get some Waters Life shirts? How many of you want that same image that's on my drum on your T-shirt?
Not me.
Hit up my boy Saba. He's the one. He's the one that did that for me. If you want shirts, hit him up. He'll take care of you. Ship out anywhere you want. But if you live out of the country, you might have to pay a little bit more. But hey, he'll ship out. He'll ship out to you, and hopefully he'll ship me some shirts. But it's okay, whatever. I know when I go there, he'll take care of me. And that's all I need. That's all I need is a place to sleep, food to eat, and good people surrounding you. That's all you need. And we can do it. We can do it. We can do it. So yeah, May 10th through the 12th, I will be in Las Cruces. And then at the end of May, I believe I'm heading up towards New York. Gonna go visit my my peeps up there, and Solomon. I can't even say it because it's such a big word. But where the Iroquois come from, where the Mohawks come from, their territory there, that's where I'm gonna be going. That's where I'm gonna go visit. And you know what I think I'm gonna do? When I go, I think I'm going to take my Gustoet just to make a statement. When I go into the airport, I'm going to put it on my head and see if they tell me anything. Because I'm going to tell them, you know what, I have my tribal card. I'm allowed to carry these feathers. This is my dress. This is what I want to wear. You can't tell me I can't wear it. I want to go live. I want to make a big thing about it. Let's see what happens. Let's see what the government's going to do. Okay, you want me to do a drones to be wild hand drum? Well, who's going to be the owner of that drum? That'd probably only be me. Until you guys start singing, until you guys can hang with the big dogs. Shazay. Let's hear that song. Spread that essence. I know I got it. That's why I was the last piece to the puzzle of relatives in prayer. But I love you, Dean. Oh, and dude, let me tell you, my drone hoodie so smells like camp, bro. If you come around me and you smell it, you'd be all like, oh, I feel like Oshetty again. I love it. And I got to thank the people that made that all possible. As a lot of you know, I don't like to mention names as far as the people that donate because they like to keep that confidential. You know, they don't want it to be known and amounts of money or anything like that. But they do want to be acknowledged, and this is the acknowledgement that I'm giving them. So, you know, I gotta say thank you, kudos to all those people, because you know, I could be doing some really fucked up shit right now, not giving a fuck. And I'm sorry I'm cussing, but you know, I have to let it out. But those words, you know, this is really not me. It's the hate, the badness that wants to come out. But you know, that's why I keep in prayer, so you don't let him out of the cage, because he's radical, let me tell you. But anyway, thank you guys all for your time. I love you, each and every one of you. Know that, for reals. And I know a lot of you feel it. The energy, yeah.
And there is more. Some more breakfast.
Yeah, I am actually looking better, and I am actually doing some pretty awesome stuff.
Get ready to do awesome stuff.
But you know, what we need here is people. They need people here.
Bring people here now.
That wanna take up space and you know, kind of stop what's going on. They've been doing a little bit of commotion. The border patrol's been patrolling around us quite a bit because they know our presence there, and you know, it's pretty wild what's going on. They need media down here to come and see what's going on, for real. And I'm not really gonna go up close to the border and do anything until I get some body armor. Because, well, like I said, the other night the cartel was going crazy. They were shooting off rounds.
Again?
They were shooting off rounds.
The cartel?
Yep.
So for those of you that don't know, I'm fighting down here too, you know. And I'm wondering, where's everybody else at? Now, why are they not showing what's actually going on, the real news, the real stuff? I mean, the other day there was choppers flying around over there. They said that they caught a bunch of illegals, you know. And when you look for that, you know, the majority of the time, if they're crossing or whatever, they're gonna be wet. And if you see these guys standing around and they're all dry, chances are they're trying to set up things, but I don't know. I wasn't there. I didn't see anything. All I seen was just the choppers. I need a burner phone for the other for the other drone. They have another drone here. I need equipment. That's why I've been telling you. Send me some stuff. Get me linked up, Skodine. I'm not messing around. I know what you're doing. I'm being for real, dog.
Come on, dog.
I've been asking different people. Nobody don't want to help me out. They think I'm BSing or what? I don't know.
Untraceable drone.
Y'all seen the videos. That's why I say come down. You know, we got a drone. It's just sitting there. It can't get used because, you know, we don't want to hook a phone up to it.
No accountability.
Because if they capture it, you know how that goes, right?
Right. Somebody goes to jail.
I don't want my stuff taken. I won't let it get taken. Oh, hey, Myron Dewey, come on down. You're the next contestant. Come fly some drones. Let's get some more drone footage. Come stay down here.
Mm-hmm.
I've been here for almost a week now. Seen a lot.
Doing nothing.
The spirits are here with me.
Uh-oh.
They are. Hey, let's go, Dean. Did you see that? Did you see my profile picture? Did you see my profile picture? And actually, you want to know, one of my friends actually called me. And, you know, they know about what was going on there. And they said that they seen the portal. There's a portal there.
A portal?
There's a portal. And it was like right in front of me. A lot of cool stuff. A lot of cool stuff. But yes, Mr. Myron Dewey, you know where I'm at. I'm down south, chilling with Juan. We need media here. We need drones. You know, if you don't come, send me some stuff. Send me some stuff so I can fly the drone. Yeah.
Send me some stuff anyway.
That's right.
No, it's nothing like the standing. It's not like Standing Rock.
Oh, okay.
They're shooting real bullets. They're shooting real bullets. They ain't messing around over here. This is real bullets.
There's not enough people for them to
So bring your body armor.
even open stuff up at the camp, but
That's right.
serious.
Let's see how Wakan you are. Because I know, they showed me. They said, you're here
Great.
blessing us with this sweet voice. People can feel it already. But I need more of you to come and help me. I can't do this by myself. I am only one. I mean, every day the laws are things are changing here.
The law?
Border Patrol's constantly going up and down on that levee.
You mean the law?
You can fly up to the levee. As soon as you try and cross over the levee, they're going to shoot you down. Real bullets, Dean. Real bullets. They're going to try and find the drone pilot, I'm pretty sure, and they're going to shoot him. Because they don't want this stuff to get out. There's been very little coverage on the TV. Very little coverage of all of this, dude. We can document it. We can document it and all. Yeah. Good morning, Susie. But for real, Dean, you want to help out? Come on down. You know, I can't be the only drones to be wild pilot here. You probably know this guy right here too. Oh, yeah, but anyway. So we need to get some stuff. Send us some stuff. It's not being about scared, dude.
You know?
It's got nothing to be about being scared. I already went and ran up to the top of the levee.
He's crazy.
Yeah.
Oh, and I want to say what's up to all them time clock slaves out there that got jobs. Time clock slaves. Yes, you. Yeah. All them time clock slaves.
The ones who can donate.
That's the only thing that's stopping you.
Jobs?
Is being a time clock slave. That's what's stopping you.
He's not a slave,
No.
but he's not sovereign either. And he needs
Yeah. I work hard for my stuff too. So that's why I have my own brand. My own brand of t-shirts. This is how I make my money. Government-free money. I don't depend on the government. You know, I don't have a job. There's a reason why I don't have a job. Because Uncle Sam likes to take taxes, and there's no laws that say you have to pay taxes.
Oh, that's the
so
reason.
why don't we keep all our money that we make?
It's not because
why
he
can't
doesn't
we
have
have all
any
of that
employable
that we earn?
skills. And
It doesn't
he
happen
seems to
like
be
that.
impaired a lot
It
of the
doesn't.
time.
You know, I know people think, oh, well, we got to pay taxes because they got to build roads, they got to fix this, they got to fix that. Really, no, we don't. All we got to worry about is ourselves, you know, our families. But anyway, can you please talk to Bernie and find out his issues and see if he can come down and come help us out? What's up?
Bernie
Help
Sanders.
me out. Show him some of our videos. Show him something of what's going on down here.
Show him.
But anyway, I love you all. Have an awesome day. Because I don't think I will. It's gloomy outside. It's blowing bad. So what does that mean? Can't fly the drone. And we just need gear. We need drone gear. You know, they don't have a tablet for it. Or they don't have a burner phone. You know. I want to link it up, fly it. I want to send it out. I want to fly it. For
Wow.
real.
Only if it's on a burner phone.
Yes.
Only if it's on a burner phone. Bernie Sanders' campaign and people are connected to a bunch of these phonies.
Mm-hmm.
So
think
when they
that's it.
say, hey, I know Hollywood people need to come out, they're not lying. When they say, hey, Bernie's people, if you're listening, you should help us, because they do know Bernie's people. So, yeah, it's a thing. And I'm sorry I made you watch all of that.
Wow,
But just
yeah.
remember, that came from a whole bunch of different videos. And I think it's important to document somewhere, because they may remove their pages. They may remove their videos in the future. And whether it's because he's impaired on something, sleep deprived, or just a blabbermouth, Orlando Cruz, whether you see him as a legitimate media person or not, from Native Media Network, I never did see the press pass. I can't verify he really is with that network, but I do know he said that he was. He's telling you a lot about what they're planning, what they're doing, what they're connected to, and it's something that should be noted. It's something that needs to be documented somewhere and seriously looked at. Somebody needs to seriously look at this guy. I hope that folks are, especially the law enforcement in that area, is focused on what's happening at this camp, the persons that are at this camp, and what exactly they're doing with these drones that they want hooked up to burner phones, with the requested body armor, and with their intent to find Border Patrol agents' families. All of this seems highly questionable behavior.
Yes.
And this Mexican Crossing Lines would like to see somebody to get on it. Thanks for listening to our program here on 88.1 FM KPPPLP Fargo Moorhead, where we are adding local color to your airwaves. Stay tuned for more on the Caravan Support Network. Good night.